You know, sometimes, folks, today is just a day where you make certain decisions into your life, and the decisions do not, they are not congruent with the situation that you are placed in. Howdy, folks! My name is Jackie. I mean, y'all know because you're watching, but to those who are new here, hey, what's up, folks? It's Jackie, or you can call me Jacki3. And today is a day where we make mistakes first, such as, you know, what happened earlier. Because if you looked at what happened earlier, it didn't happen. No, that was just a glitch in the system. Nothing happened. Everything is fine. We are all having a great time. You know, I feel like I'm suddenly all over the place just because I was in such a high just watching Rue finally play Baldur's Gate, which if y'all haven't yet, she just streamed Baldur's Gate earlier, and I was, you know, backseat driving, telling her what the fuck to do, because she wanted to romance Astarion, and I was like, okay, so this is where you're gonna find your boyfriend, this is where you're gonna find your husband, and that's where we'll find him. Okay, wait, you know what, let's greet chat right now, considering that, you know, we got time. That's the only thing that we have in the world, it's time. Well, not everyone has time. Somebody who's dying doesn't have time. Okay, we are not about to go to that route. So, hey there, Riri. Hey, Dendo. I really like your name. I know this is not the first time that I'm seeing you, but I really like your name, Dendoinks. Hey, Chico, Nibbity. Hands up if you forgot. You did not hear anything. That was just a system malfunction. Y'all did not hear the truth. Y'all did not hear the riggery. Thank you, Manji, for always being here. You are a blessing. Ruru, I know you're here. You have no choice. You're here. I literally just saw you an hour ago. And I know that you are playing Baldur's Gate. I know that, you know, you always kept saying that, oh, Jackie's playing Baldur's Gate. Guess what? You're the one. Now I'm the one who's gonna be telling you that you're the one playing Baldur's Gate. Folks, if suddenly I am very incredibly productive, y'all know it's because Rue's playing Baldur's Gate now. Hi there, Schwafty. Hey there, Kokazan. The villains didn't want to adopt, so they broke the original. Yeah, you know, to be fair, I feel like villains wouldn't be parents if they... I mean, a villain could be a parent, but I feel like, okay, if you're a villain, you're already given the impression that you want love, you know, you are half for this world. There are things that you desire. So there you are. But you know what, I'll get to that when we actually get to the PowerPoint. Let me just keep greeting chat. Hey there, okay. Hey there, Avery. Nice to see you. Oh! Okay. Tell Kairizar that I also said hi. Hi there, Schwalty. I think I already said hello to you. No. Oh god, I'm malfunctioning. I can't remember shit. But hey there, everyone. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces, and it's just a joy. It would have been a better joy if I maybe did not start this out wrong, but you know, it's okay. Remember, folks, mistakes are just lessons learned the hard way. I didn't fuck up. I just learned that was definitely not how you do shit. So anyway, what is the agenda? What is the addendum? What is the edumacation? I'm gonna just say a bunch of different words that I don't even actually know the fucking meaning to. What is the goal for today? So the goal for today is we are going to be judging a bunch of villains from DreamWorks, finding out if they're good parents or not. Now, a lot of these people, they are not good people, but just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy. Shout out to, forgot your name, but you were a burly man in Wreck-It Ralph. So yeah, you guys are also gonna be, you know, I want to see how you guys would also rate it. And you know what? I encourage healthy discussions in this chat. If you want to disagree with me, that's okay. Sometimes it's okay to have wrong opinions. And if you want to agree with me, it is okay to have right opinions. Okay, that makes it seem like I don't tolerate conversation. Now, I mean, you are feel free to tell me what you think is the right one. There, Zangief! I was like thinking Zandique? Is it obvious that I didn't play much Street Fighter? I'm right, it's Street Fighter, not Tekken. Tekken is different. Exactly. Just because you did bad thing doesn't mean you're evil. Exactly. Back at it with a fucking Russian accent. Anyway, let me just get my fucking PowerPoint in check, and I'll see y'all in a bit. Like, for real. Like, we will see each other in a bit. In a really quick bit. Yes. Okay. Before anything else, I would like to thank Iana again for making this PowerPoint even sick ass than it was. Wait, you know, I'm blocking a certain someone. There we go. Gotta represent the fairy godmother. So, today we are gonna be rating DreamWorks villains if they would make good parents. But I just want everyone to know this is just part 1, because there are 44 movies, and I ain't doing everything in one go, okay? I gotta rest. I haven't watched every single fucking DreamWorks movie there is. I have watched a limited amount of DreamWorks movies, so you all pardon my French. So, that being said, let's go find me some parents. Okay, so what is the criteria? So first of all, they have to be, do you get it? They have to be, because it's the B movie. Yep. They have to be from DreamWorks. They are also the main villain, like they are a tangible villain, because okay, I know that recently it's become it's become such a big thing that generational trauma is actually the villain. Like, I see you, Abuela from Encanto. I see you, the mom from Turning Red, which by the way is one of the best movies that Disney has come out so far. I truly love Turning Red. If you haven't watched Turning Red yet, go watch it. And if you have trauma from your parents, go watch it with them. Okay, so that's the second criteria. And the third criteria is they come from the movies and not the series that followed. Which I will tell y'all right now, I will break that criteria along the way because this is my stream and I can do whatever the fuck I want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is essentially the goal of what we are gonna be doing today. Okay. Wait, this is to be your parents only, right? I mean, I'm not saying that, if you guys want to get adopted by them, feel free. Who am I to judge you if you want to, like, change your parents? Okay. We're gonna click on it. Okay. So first of all, let's first find out what makes a villain. Now, according to Google, an evil or wicked character that enacts evil action and or harms others. And according to me, it is whoever is working against the guy who's leading the story. Because, when it comes to writing, oh god, here we go again. We're gonna get into a fucking writing lecture, even though nobody signed up for it. Okay, so technically speaking, you have in a story, you got a protagonist and you got an antagonist. Protagonist is whoever's leading the story, and antagonist is whoever's like, fucking it up for the protagonist. So what if your protagonist is a piece of shit? Okay? So therefore, the villain to that person is gonna be different. Because villain and hero is incredibly subjective, and it depends on who you're talking to. So, for the purposes of this lecture thesis dissertation. Our definition of what a villain is whoever is working against the guy who's leading the story. Isn't Mugen my parent? Mugen, are you my dad? Are you my mom? Is Mugen my mom or dad? What? Ru? Okay, anyway. But y'all will realize very quickly soon that all the criteria and all my definitions are gonna be moot when you see who the fuck I'm putting in this fucking PowerPoint. Okay, so first, now that we have defined what a villain is, and you know we have a criteria, we need to know what makes a good parent. Now I don't know about y'all, but I only experienced having a good parent for the first 4 years of my life, and like 3 of those years I don't remember jack lickety split. So I just really remember, you know, that 1 year when, you know, my parents were still alive. Okay. Avery, Rue is not my mom. I mean, technically speaking, she did make me, but that doesn't mean she's my mom. It's kind of like, okay, think of it this way. You know, if you've watched, if you've read or you watched, Interview with a Vampire, which, by the way, if you watch the movie and you haven't watched the series is so fucking good. It gets very gay, because that was how it was intended. So, you know how, Lestat bites, what the fuck is his name? I forgot his name. He bites the guy, and then they become lovers, okay? So, Lestat was the one who made him into a vampire. That doesn't mean that Lestat is suddenly his daddy. It just makes him his love. You know what? Now I'm implying some things. You know what I mean, okay? Just because they made you, you know, just because this vampire made you does not mean that suddenly they are your mom. Yes? Am I making sense? Yes, exactly. Okay. The Papa Chicken in the Little Chicken movie is a villain in my book. Yeah. He was a jackass. You know, I don't even have to rewatch it just to know he was a fucking jackass. Yes, okay. So, what makes a good parent? Number 1, you raised your kid. Okay, you raised your kid. When I mean you raised, like, you were actually there. I'm not talking, you were present. You weren't just like, yes, you have come out of my vagina, and, I guess, it's time for me to be absent for the next 16 years because I'm doing some other shit. Which, by the way, I mean, okay, let me just say, I don't mean working parents are bad parents, okay? I just mean, like, you know, you set a balance. You were able to still be there. Like, you were there for the ballet recital, you know? And when there was, like, a PTA meeting, you were still there. That's what I mean. You know, you don't have to be there every single step of the way, but you were there for the big moments. Okay, so that's what I mean. That's what I mean when you raise your kid. Okay, second, you actually did shit for your kid. Like, good shit, not traumatic shit. So, what do we mean by this? So, like, you know, you went to the dance recital. Or, like, when your kid asked if they could do taekwondo practice, you said, yeah, sure. Or, if you couldn't afford it, you just said, honey, we can't really afford it, but you know what? One day we will get there. You know, you were able to compromise. You were still able to communicate it in a nice way. You know, you didn't just get the fucking, you know, the tonkla, sorry, not the what? Yeah, you didn't get the fucking belt. You didn't get the newspaper. You didn't do that shit, okay? Because I'm gonna just say right now, you know, when you were raising your kids, that is like a tiny adult. If you do some bad shit to them when they're young, that is gonna stick to them. Cause like, as far as they are concerned, you're their guardian, you're their parent. You're the one who's supposed to protect them. You're not the one who's supposed to do bad shit, okay? So, you do good shit for your kid and not traumatic shit. Now, do I mean that you enable everything? No, it's just that you're able to have the boundaries. You know, you're setting a good example. Wait, let me just... Am I the father of every log I have dropped in the toilet? Ew. Mugen, you need help. Okay, is he daddy? Find out next in Jacki. No. Okay. You taught them shit the appropriate way. What did I mean by this? Now that I'm reading my PowerPoint, I'm like, what the fuck did I mean by this? Oh, okay. No, I think I understand what past Jacki was talking about. It's like, okay, so again, like, when your kid does something wrong, you don't bust out the fucking slippers. You don't bust out the newspaper. You kind of tell them, like, hey, honey, what you did was wrong, and I'm not about to, like, let you get off lickety-split. No, we're gonna do something that's appropriate, So, like, if your kid, I don't know, punched someone, then you kind of, like, you walk through first. Why did the kid punch them? Was it because the other kid was being a douche pickle? Or maybe your kid is actually the douche pickle. I don't fucking know. It's just, you have to walk your kid through it because, for fuck's sake, I think parents forget that is a literal child. They don't understand everything. For fuck's sake. Anyway, I'm getting pretty heated because, Jesus fucking Christ, some people just shouldn't be fucking parents. Oh, okay, fourth, you're not the reason why they go to therapy. Granted, I know it's still possible that a person can still turn up depressed even though their parents are really good. As long as you are not the main source of their depression, then you're a good person in my books, I guess. And, oh yeah, the number one thing is you didn't turn them to a dog to fuck around and find out. Y'all know the reference that I'm talking about, right? Everybody knows what the fuck that happened. Everybody knows the goddamn meme. Yes. Okay. So now that we got that sorted out, now that we know what makes a good parent, let's fucking go to the movies that we will be doing today, folks. Okay, so what we're gonna do is Kung Fu Panda 1, 2, and 3. That is a top choice because Kung Fu Panda is my favorite movie. Then we're gonna do the B movie because it's iconic, because it is beautiful. Beautiful, yes. Now we're gonna do Shrek 1, 2, and 3. I know there was an Ever After. I didn't want to rewatch the movie to remember shit, so we did not include that. One day we will put it there. Puss in Boots: Last Wish. I know there was a first movie. Again, I do not remember much about the first movie, so I did not include it. Then we're gonna put Megamind. Then we're gonna put Madagascar 1, 2, and 3. Wait, you know what? Sorry, the Madagascar 1 is a lie, because there wasn't really a solid villain in Madagascar 1. I did not edit that. And then we're gonna do Penguins of Madagascar, which, my opinion, is actually the best one out of all the Madagascar franchises. Okay, I love those penguins. Okay, so this is the tier list, folks. This is the tier list. Number one being Adopt Me. These are the ones that I wanna, these are the ones that you would trade your real parents for. The second one is That Parent in the PTA Conference People Actually Like. Cause, okay, you know how, like, there are some parents who are just there. Cause, okay, so when you're in a PTA meeting, you know how, like, some parents are all just kind of flexing over the other, that they should be the president, or like, oh, they're the ones who should be followed. Everyone there thinks that they're the best parents, even though we all know that you didn't even go to your kid's fucking taekwondo practice. So, that parent in the PTA conference People Actually Like, that's the one that people would actually vote for. They're the ones that that actually make fucking sense. The ones that are actually getting this shit together. Okay, so basically this is your cool aunt. This is your, the cool aunt who comes home bringing souvenirs from wherever the fuck she came from. Then the third is, here's a quarter for lunch today, sweetie. So these are the ones that are kind of like, they confused but they trying. Like, they're kind of like average. Like, they're not great, but they're not terrible. Like, they still did something. They paid for your tuition. You know, they gave you allowance. It's just that, just because you are able to... Okay, just because you meet the financial means for your kid doesn't mean automatically you're great. Not to say that financial means are terrible, because I firmly believe that you shouldn't have kids if you are not financially responsible enough. So, you know, but yeah, like you were able to do the bare minimum for that kid. Okay, so that's the third one. That's the third one. And now the fourth one is like, those kids are gonna need therapy, Jimbo. So, these are the ones that are just flat out terrible, but was able to do like one good thing. You know, like, what example can I give? Okay, Genma Saotome from Ranma 1/2. You know, the one who, the father of Ranma. Okay, technically, whatever the fuck he was doing with Ranma, that was not good. But he was able to impart Ranma martial arts, which turned Ranma into like this really dope-ass guy. So that's what I mean. Like, you were able to do at least one good thing for your kid, even though if you're subjectively, you're kind of pretty shitty. And now the last one is a never breed. Basically, it's very self-explanatory. I hope to God that you never have kids, because those kids are not just gonna need therapy. Your kids are probably gonna be the reason why they commit felonies or some shit. I mean, I know we shouldn't be blaming the parents always for everything, but again, you know, childhood plays a really big part on how you grow up. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, starting it off strong with Kung Fu Panda. Are y'all ready, folks? Are y'all fucking ready for some Kung Fu Panda conversation? Okay, first of all, I would like to say, and I say this without bias, as somebody who has watched a good number of DreamWorks. Granted, I did not watch every DreamWorks film, but I did get to watch How I Trained Your Dragon. No, How to Train Your How did I train my dragon? How I Train My Dragon. Sorry, I keep on mixing, like, How to Train Your Dragon. I keep mixing How to Train Your Dragon with, what was that again? Like, How I Met Your Mother. How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, so again, in my humble opinion, Kung Fu Panda is better than it. I know, controversial, but it's just my, okay, first of all, it's my thing. Yes. Okay, so, let's go. Kung Fu Panda. Thank you, Doinks. I eventually get to the How to Train Your Dragon. I kept thinking of, like, How I Met Your Mother. Okay, first of all, let's go with Thai Daddy. No, I'm not a furry, I'm not a furry, good lord, just because my favorite Pokemon is Lucario doesn't mean I'm a goddamn fucking furry. Okay, let's go Tai Lung. Okay, so, does everybody remember the story of Tai Lung? Because essentially, Tai Lung's story was that Shifu told him, you know, Tai Lung was, I think, he was an orphan, and Shifu was like, okay, I'ma take you with me right now, and we're gonna train. And so they trained very hard, and then, you know, Shifu kept on telling Tai Lung that, oh, you're great, you're meant for greatness, you know what, maybe you can even become the Dragon Warrior. And the thing is, Tai Lung grew up with the belief in that. But then, you know, Oogway was kinda like saying, oh, he's not the one that's meant to be the Dragon Warrior. And Tai Lung went so fucking mad. Which I don't blame him. Because, okay, think about this. If you were a child, and, you know, you kept being promised that you'd be this thing, and you said, you know, you'd get this thing, and this would happen, but that doesn't happen, it kind of sucks, especially if it comes from, like, your mentor who, like, taught you all this shit, right? Like, I kind of don't blame him, but at the same time, Oogway was right that he shouldn't be the Dragon Warrior. So, yes. Okay, Tyler, can I say something? Okay, I mean, Toad frowns. You can say something. Yeah, exactly. Another winter. Tai Lung got a lot of positive reinforcements and promises. Now, in my opinion, it's okay to have positive reinforcement, but the thing is, he was promised so many things. And, I mean, again, essentially was imprisoned because his dad was like, hey, remember when I said you were born for greatness? Yeah, no, I mean, you're still great, but not that great. So he got super fucking mad and started beating people up. I don't think he should have started being violent and, you know, started hurting people just because he didn't get what he promised to. Because guess what, bro? Not everybody gets what the fuck they want. But I suppose considering that it was promised to him by essentially his father figure, you kind of understand where he's coming from. So, in that regard, I can't get too mad at him because, again, I think I've already established from the get-go that your childhood is gonna establish so many things on how you are able to communicate or how you are able to, you know, receive the world. If there is a therapist watching me right now, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm not a therapist, folks, so, this is just coming from my own experience that my childhood shaped me how the fuck I am right now. So, yeah. So, Tai Lung just became this guy who was like, you know, he's going through his My Chemical Romance phase that he just wants to fight. So, he's kind of like a war freak, folks. So, yeah, but at the same time, okay, now I'm not trying to defend Tai Lung. I'm just trying to explain him, okay? There is a difference between understanding as opposed to condoning. Yeah, Shifu loved him too much that he forgot to ground him to reality. I agree. I do agree with that. Shifu made so many promises, and to be fair, Shifu does take the blame. He does acknowledge that he promised him way too much. He acknowledges his faults as like a father, which I can respect Shifu with. But anyway, going back to Tai Lung, he was like pretty fucking arrogant, man. Like he really was like. Remember when Po was like, "Hey, I'm the dragon warrior," and Tai Lung was like, "No, you're not. Like, how can a fucking panda? You're like so fluffy and cuddly. How the fuck can you be somebody who can like fight people?" And to that I say, Tai Lung, fucking chill. I mean, when you were a kid, did you know how to do fucking martial arts? No. People who solely rely on talents and they don't work for it. It may work for you, but it's not gonna take you too far. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of so. Po worked his fucking ass off. Okay, again, I feel like Tai Lung should take notes from fucking Gusteau. You know, he said anyone can cook, but he did. But to be very specific, Gusteau did say, and yeah, wait, no, it was what was his name? The critic guy who was like, not everyone can cook, but a great cook can come from anyone. See, that is essentially what it is. So yeah, not everybody can learn martial arts, but a great martial artist can come from anyone, and that is literally what Po is. So anyway, now let's find a rating for him as like a parent. So, my opinion, I feel like if Tai Lung was a parent, he'd be like the kind that would raise you to be just like him. You know, it's that parent who's like, you know, if you have doctor parents, they expect you to be doctors. If you've got lawyer parents, they expect you to be lawyers. But like also, Tai Lung has this sort of arrogance to him that he's also like, okay, I want this kid to be just like me, but he better not be better than me. Which is kind of weird, because if you think about it, like, don't a lot of parents want their kid to be better than them? But yeah, also, another winter, that is so true. Ratatouille is pure perfection. I don't care if it gets memed a lot. I sincerely believe that movie is god tier. Like, that the quote alone of not anyone can cook, but a good cook can come out of anyone, that has been my mantra for a long time. So anyway, going back to Tai Lung. So I feel like if you become better than him, I feel like he'd get so mad. Like, I feel like, I mean, first of all, he's also very much like, you know, if I can't be the Dragon Warrior, then no one can. Even though, again, it could be anyone. Remember when Po was like telling Tai Lung, like, because remember when Tai Lung finally got like the scroll, and then Po was like, you've always been the secret ingredient. Tai Lung didn't get it. He was so over his fucking head that he didn't really understand the hidden meaning of what it means to be the Dragon Warrior. Yes! And that's my point. So I feel like if he was a parent, he would be involved in your life to an unhealthy amount. But the moment you kind of like go against that, like the moment you kind of like start to back away because you're starting to discover yourself, I feel like he's gonna be that kind of parent who's like so, you know, he's doing something for you, but maybe he's not the best at it. I don't know. What do you folks think? Because I feel like that's where he's at. Okay. So that's my rating first. We don't know yet where he lands, but I do, you know, I'm gonna ask y'all folks later, where do you think he lands? Because I have my own rating. Maybe we should make a community rating later. Okay, Shen. Before I talk about Shen, I just want to give a moment's pause, because he is, in my opinion, the best Kung Fu Panda villain ever. First of all, his design. His design is so beautiful and pristine, but at the same time, it sends the message that he means fucking business. Like, look at that design. And the voice acting, I forgot who the voice actor is, but he's God tier. Like, whoever DreamWorks, whoever you assign for the design for Shen, give him a raise, give him a home, give him like health, give him universal health care, give him everything. But if not, Tai Lung would probably leave him to your own device and a problem and not giving you a hand. You know what? I could also see that for him. I feel like he's also the kind, like, you know, eventually he will give up on you. It's like, fuck that shit. I got my own shit. You wanna leave? Fucking I don't care. But okay, this guy is incredibly narcissistic. Like, incredibly narcissistic. Because, okay, how does it start again? Trying to remember. Oh, come on, Jackie. You watched this movie so many fucking times. Okay, so remember how he was like, you know, we can use these we can use these fireworks, because again, they started as like a firework clan, you know, a really rich clan that deals with fireworks and shit, and he eventually weaponized it, and he said, hey, this is how we're gonna take on China and shit. And then the parents were like, maybe, you know, don't do that, you know, China's pretty great right now already, just don't fucking, no. Okay, so he is also a genocidal genius maniac who can't give two shits about anyone but himself. And he's definitely not a family guy. Okay, so let's take it on. So, first of all, when he was told about his prophecy, how, like, by the way, a warrior of black and white is going to be your downfall. I mean, you know, maybe he's not that smart. Because, okay, you know, if that were me, if I found out that my downfall was going to be a fucking panda, I wouldn't kill them. I'd befriend them. I'm just saying, like, I mean, remember, like, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. You'd wanna fucking know. Exactly. Wait, why are we talking about Zhang Li? Who did Zhang Li? Who did Zhang Li? Anyway, so, yeah. Okay, so, again, with my sentiment that maybe he's not that smart. No, I still think he's pretty smart, because, again, he was able to actually maneuver himself. He was able to create, you know, he was able to weaponize fireworks into becoming something more deadly. And I have so much respect for that. Sort of, kind of, okay. You know, responsible kind of shit. So, anyway, yeah, exactly. Shen got a horoscope one day and got obsessed. Oh god, he's one of those astrology fuckers. I can see it right now. I can fucking see it right now. He is one of those astrology fuckers. I feel like he's the kind. Oh man, okay, I feel like he's the kind. Okay, he's like, okay, I suppose it's not right to say astrology. I bet he was like, oh yeah, I'm year of the dog, and oh, my partner is year of the snake. Well, guess what? I know we've been dating for 17 years, but we ain't compatible. So, take a walk, sis. Take a walk. You gotta go out. I feel like he could be that kind of guy. I mean, he is that petty bitch. Honestly speaking. Oh, wait. What? Go. Wait. There. What? Oh, there. Oh, wait. No. No! Ah! Wait! No! How did no! There we go! I got so lost. Okay. So, if he was a parent, in my opinion, like, he would be the kind who would have really high expectations of you, and if you can't commit, he's gonna, like, you know, banish you. And, because, you know, he's gonna basically do the same thing that his parents did. Because, you know, when his parents found, I mean, I don't blame his parents, though. Because, you know, I know we are essentially judging parents as well today, but I would not blame his parents, because if you found out that your child just murdered a bunch of people, no, sorry, not a bunch of people, literally, you know, committed genocide, I'm not sure if I could still... I know they always say that you're supposed to love your kid, and I suppose in ways you can love them as a, like, you know, as a human, you know, because they came from you, but, you know, genocide is a lot. Yeah, not sure about that. So, but I feel like, you know, he'll take notes that he's not gonna murder you. He's probably just gonna banish you. In ways, I feel like he is rather pragmatic. I can see that for him. I could see that for him. Exactly. So, he is also the kind of guy, I feel like. He only comes to the cookout to flex, but he takes the most when y'all gotta go home. Wait, I'm just gonna say right now, I wrote my slides. But now that I'm reading what the fuck I wrote, I'm like, this is what I came up with? This is what I cooked? This is what I spent hours on? This is what I wrote? But I think I do kind of agree, because, like, you know how when you have those family reunions, and, you know, it's a big thing, you know, it's a big, some people really take family reunions incredibly seriously, and, you know, that's the part where people, you know, where your aunties or your uncles kind of, you know, ask you, like, hey, what do you do right now? Or, like, hey, what's your child doing? And then that's the moment where you just interrupt in the conversation. Oh, did you know that my kid, I know that they're like, hey, I know that you said that your child is into theater. By the way, Patricia, she's in Broadway, and your kid's still in, you know, in school. So just so you know, if your kid wants to know things about, you know, Broadway, because my child, who came from me, is in Broadway. Yes, you know, she's in Broadway. Did I tell you that? She was Angelica Schuyler in fucking Hamilton. He's the kind who would do that. You know, he's just fucking gonna drop these things, like, and like, bro, nobody asked you. Nobody fucking asked. But you know, you gotta be polite because he's still family, and you know, You know the saying, it's like, what? Blood is thicker than water. Which, by the way, that's not the complete phrase. The complete phrase is, the blood of the covenant, no, sorry. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water from the womb. So in case somebody, again, okay, for all you folks with like issues with their family and they quote the blood is thicker than water, tell them the complete thing. Blood of the covenant is thicker than water from the womb. Okay? Okay. Now we know. Now we fucking know. Are we all educated? Yes, we are. So yeah. So I feel like that's the kind of fucking parent he'd be. Hey there! Hi. Hey there! Sorry, let me just read chat real quick. No, but I feel like he can be kind of the patient guy. He did wait for Poe to— Yeah, actually, that is true. That's why I kind of like feel like he again, there are some good points to Shen. I feel like he does— You know what, actually, why didn't I put that? He does have the patience. He did wait for Poe to literally die on this. Do you know, I just remember remember that scene in the movie where like Poe was like where he was, you know, when they were trying to fire the fucking cannon on him, but they couldn't keep on doing it because Poe kept on fucking moving. That was some good shit. That was some good shit. Okay. Now let's go with Kai. Okay, so I'm just saying, for the sole purpose that he is voiced by J.K. Simmons, that already means he is anything but the shit tier. Okay? Did y'all know that J.K. Simmons actually voices somebody from Baldur's Gate? Just in case nobody knew, J.K. Simmons voices somebody from Baldur's Gate. Sorry, I had to mention that. Okay, anyway, back to that. For me personally, okay, granted, Kai did betray his brother in arms. Sorry, his sworn brother. Given the fact that, Christ almighty, I swear to God, if somebody stole my motorcycle again, I am gonna fucking flip. Anyway, okay. So, given the fact that he did betray Uguay, that's already kind of like minus points. But he was a really solid sworn brother. Like, they fought. They were back to back. They were fighting them wars. They were a solid team, okay? They were a fucking solid team. So, I feel like, just for that notion, I feel like he'd be a great dad. He'd probably be like a solid dad. But at the same time, I do feel like, because of his, you know, delusions of grandeur, or like, you know, he has so many ambitions. He's incredibly ambitious. Remember, like, when they were wounded, and so they went to, like, this place with the pandas, so, you know, they were just slowly learning all about them chi? Yeah. And then he was just like, what if I take this all for myself? See, that's what I mean, like, he's incredibly ambitious. So, I feel like, so, okay, let's put this in the real setting. Let's say Kai just started a business, and also you're his kid. He's a single father, living in New York City, with an 8-year-old child, and he just started a fucking business. Okay, he started a fucking business, and he's still there for you. He helps you with your math homework, he helps you with your science project, he does all that shit. But then suddenly he cracks in a really great deal. He cracks in a solid fucking deal. Now, he's like, oh, I don't have time for you, Jimbo, you gotta do that by yourself. And at first it's fine, cause like, you know, you get it, he's like he's doing some shit, you know, he's trying to make you have a better future. But then he makes, you know, you have a dance recital, and then he just tells you, like, oh, I might miss it, and you're like, but you promised. And then he's gonna get very guilty about it, but I feel like even if he's probably gonna miss the first dance recital, but then he's gonna go back to your second and third one, but, you know, you're always gonna remember that he missed your first one. So he, you know, he's ambitious, but also like a family man. Yeah. Exactly. Wait, okay, let me just fucking look at chat again. You'll find out the best way for your life. And actually, yeah, I could see that for him. I could see that. Kai would totally what would wait! Kai is cheating on who? On the wife? He would be a pretty okay-ish. He's probably the type that would have overarching expectations. I could see that. I could see that, dang. I could definitely see that. Because, you know, he was such a great leader. He was such a great warrior that I feel like he feels that since I'm a great warrior, that has to translate down the line. So imagine his horror when you teach him Taekwondo and you just say that, oh no dad, I wanna do basketball. You know, you would be the fucking what's his name, Zac Efron? No, sorry, you would be Troy Bolton from High School Musical. Okay. So, okay. He would probably be that dad too who's like, hey, here's $500, go do what you want. Like, he's present, but not too present. You know what I mean? But he could be there. Like, he could be there. Like, I feel like his MO though eventually, like, he'll probably leave you to a goose to be taken care of, and, you know, he tries to be the Lex Luthor of the fucking Kung Fu Panda universe. But then he's gonna check up on you once in a while. You know, he's gonna come to your dance recital, even though he missed your first one, but he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. But he's also the kind who's like, okay, you know what, fine, you can dance if you want, but you better make sure that you can also, like, do it along with your karate, or your fucking taekwondo. I don't know what the fuck you do. As long as you are able to do all the shit that I want you to do, then you can also do the shit that you want. So guess what? You're gonna have gifted child burnout. If he was your dad, you are the kid who had swimming lessons, karate practice, probably you had to learn a piano or violin, and for some fucking reason, if you decide to, like, say, hey mom, dad, I want to be a musician, they're gonna be like, what the hell? You know, sorry, I was trying to imitate Steven, that comedian. He's gonna be like, what the hell? What do you mean you want to be a musician? And then you're gonna be like, what the fuck were the music lessons for? And then he's gonna be like, so I could flex to people. You know, sorry, let's just go on a tangent real quick. I get so fucking annoyed when I hear about, like, a kid who wants to be, like, let's say they want to be an artist or they want to be a musician, and then the parents are kind of like, why the fuck would you want to do that? You got no money. And then you're kind of like, bro, you sent me to you gave me violin lessons, you gave me piano lessons, you taught, you know, all these lessons taught me all about music and art, and I decided that I'm gonna, you know, encircle my life around that, and you're surprised that I want to do that? What the fuck were the lessons for? And then you just find out it's because they wanted to flex? What the fuck? Don't make your kid do these things and suddenly be mad when, like, you know, if your kid is doing, like, the musics and shit, and then you plan that they're gonna be a doctor, and then they don't become a doctor? Like, bro, what the fuck? Anyway. Yeah, exactly, Frog Knight. You can study the piano. I'm gonna give you all the lessons. Gonna give you all the piano lessons. Fuck, you're gonna do piano recitals. You are gonna play in the family cookout. You're gonna do all that things. I'm gonna train you to be this fucking pianist. But God forbid that you say you want to be a pianist, a professional pianist, because you're gonna be a fucking lawyer or some shit. That is some bullshit. Like, that is some goddamn fucking bullshit, and I cannot stand for it. Like, sorry, just thinking about it gets me so fucking pissed off for no fucking reason. Anyway, back to the thing. Okay. Oh, yes. By the way, here's a bonus, because, okay, I know I said that we were just gonna do the movies, but I wanted to include the Wu sisters. because they're one of my favorite villains in the fucking movie, well, the series. So, okay, they're not from the movie. They're actually from the shorts, Secrets of the Masters. If you guys have not watched the Kung Fu Panda shorts, I highly recommend it, especially the ones from Secrets of the Masters, because you're gonna find out the backstory between Rano, Master Rano, Master Crocodile, and Master... Shit, was it Ox? Master Ox? I can't remember, but those three. Those three are the ones that you meet in Kung Fu Panda 2. Though, you know, from the very start of the scene, you know how Shen comes in and he has like the cannon, and then they're about to like enter into a Gongwei city. Yeah, those are the three that I'm referring to. Okay. Except for the betrayal part, he just wanted the technique. The violence is just because of the panda. You know what? Fuck, Nibbity, you're kind of fucking rad. That's actually... I never really considered him a bad person, actually. I mean, he was just some guy. And Coco, this is like if Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happiness, if they lost their way. Oh, you know what? That was... okay, I see what you're going for. Yeah, that was exactly what I was going for. Which, by the way, was a really good movie. So anyway, okay. So back to the Wu sisters. Okay, for those who are not familiar, so the Wu sisters are considered to be one of the most dangerous, quote-unquote, villains in all of China, because they are basically the ones who almost... What was that? Like, they practically had the crime syndicate, the crime scene of China on the palm of their hand, and they were almost actually able to unite all the crime families. So yeah. So with that being said, I feel like, you know, they as like a family kind of thing, I feel like they are the lesbian aunts that come to the family cookout after being gone for so long. You know, the ones that... these are literally the aunts that you meet once a year, and they will, you know, they will bring home the box, and the box smells like fucking America. Like, you know, you got the Gucci's, you got the Pradas, you got the shit that comes all the way from fucking Target. They got everything. They got everything for everyone. So, okay, back to the story. Okay, so... they almost conquered China by uniting all the crime syndicates into one. Already, you know, they got mad riz. They got the mad charisma. Wait, most dangerous people in China are a collection of grandmas. You know what? That's not false. So, okay, but personally, I will say though, given that they give very lesbian aunt from America vibes, I don't think they would be parents, but they would really be really good aunties. Like they would be killer aunties, like literally and figuratively speaking. So yeah, that is my take on them. And again, if you haven't watched if you haven't watched like what was I gonna? If you haven't watched what was that saying? If you haven't watched Masters, The Secrets of... Yes, that one. This is the Kung Fu Panda shorts. It's on Netflix. You can watch it. It's really good. And if you have time, you can also watch The Dragon Warrior. Not as good, but it really adds more lore, because I think the good thing about the Dragon Warrior series, from... Is it Dragon Warrior? Sorry, Dragon Knight? Okay, there is a new series, it's basically a series for Poe, where he basically tries to like unite all these magical items together so that people don't use it for bad. It's really good, sort of. Okay, folks, it's time to do the tier list. So I'ma ask chat right now. So for Tai Lung, where do y'all think Tai Lung would be? I'ma give this like 10 seconds, because I know that there's a delay every time I speak. So where do y'all think Tai Lung, Kai, Shen, and the Wu sisters would be? Because I feel like some people are gonna disagree with me when I put my ratings here. The auntie that would lead you to a club for a Friday night. Yeah. Okay, so the Wu sisters are essentially the auntie that would give you a drink even though you're 8 years old. Like, no, you can drink alcohol as long as you're with a family. I feel like that would be them. That would be them. Anyway, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna show y'all right now. So, let's go first with Tai Lung. Okay, I'm gonna do it. For me, Tai Lung is like an average. I feel like I can't condemn him that he would be completely awful as a parent, because I feel like, you know, he was able to kinda know what it's like to have a good childhood. So I feel like he has something going for him. So I feel like he would be here. Shen, top tier. I just have to make a fake horoscope and he'll be nice to me for it. I didn't think of that. I feel like you're gonna get so mad at me when you see where I rated Shen. Oh, you know what? Tap PTA, but depends on how talented you are as a child. That is true. But okay, at least I did. Okay. Okay, y'all are gonna get mad where I put Shen. Y'all are gonna get mad. I wanna say, okay, let me justify this. Let me justify why you're gonna need therapy if he was your dad. First of all, okay, here's the thing. Remember, this guy committed genocide. Literally, okay, he killed an entire race just so that, you know, nobody could, like, fucking yeet him for it. I'm not sure I would be able to stomach knowing that my father has, you know, just literally killed almost an entire race of animals. So I feel like in that regard, that's kind of terrifying. And again, okay, again. He's straight up not afraid to murder. And okay. And again, the fact that he was banished as a child, I feel like that already sets a precedent to him that, okay, if my child is acting up, I'm gonna banish them. Straight up, you're not gonna go to your room. I don't think Shen would be, okay. This is just me. Okay, here's the thing. You can be a great villain, but being a great villain doesn't mean being a great parent. At the same time, being a bad villain means bad parent. There's just a lot of intricacies that we're going through, okay? I mean, if you look at it the other way, he can be the kind of person that takes the Bible way too literally. So it's like, you know what? Okay, I will say, I did have a debate with myself whether to put Shen in the kids are gonna need therapy, or, you know, he's like top tier adopt me. So I will say it's variable, but I couldn't bring it in myself to put him in the here's a quarter for lunch today, sweetie, because that's like the, you know, that's like the middle ground. And I feel like he's either there, he's really up there, or he's really down there. You know what I mean? We cannot disrespect Shen if we just put him like in the middle. He has to be in some extreme. Okay, Kai. Now I feel like this will be, I feel like some of y'all will agree, but I do remember somebody did mention that Kai was like an okay-ish parent. Okay, but what if you explain them based on the criteria of good parents you shown earlier, like correcting mistakes? You know what? Fair. Okay. Suddenly I have to, wait, what was my criteria for it? Okay. Let's look at it in the way, Shen. If you commit something wrong, will he be able to explain to you what you did wrong? I feel like, you know what? That is actually a good point. I actually feel like Shen would be able to explain it to you, what you did wrong. And then he'd probably be the type to be like, okay, now do it again with the knowledge that you have. But I do kind of feel that the way that he would go about it, he's not gonna tell you. He's gonna literally demonstrate it to you. Like, he's gonna probably beat it into you. You gotta know this. So, yeah, you would know you're garbage if you mess up. Oh, okay. When you pitched the ideas to us, you were expecting a fun time, but now we're grasping with morality and the human experience. Okay, you know what? That is very true. You know what? Yeah. You know what? I feel like this is gonna be a recurring theme, that y'all are gonna come to my streams, y'all expect one thing, and then you get another thing. So that's already there. Demonstrate why it's evil with, yeah, exactly. He would demonstrate why it's evil with glee, and then he'd probably have a good time. Okay, I will edit this in the future. Okay, but I do feel like people have made their point. I don't think I would still want Shen to adopt me just because he's kind of unhinged. But I feel like we can probably put him in the PTA. We could probably have him in the PTA meeting. Okay. Okay, there. Kai is gonna be part of the PTA. Because again, I feel like, we mentioned it earlier that technically speaking, not technically, Kai was pretty much, he was an okay guy. Actually, he wasn't terribly evil. It's just that, he wanted the power for himself. Not that that's great. I ain't saying being power hungry is good. But, it's there. He can take it. And again, I did mention that he would be there for your dance recital, so in one way or another, he's okay. And now lastly, because this is completely unbiased, 1000% unbiased, the Wu sisters are gonna adopt me. Okay, I want these lesbian aunts to adopt me. I feel like they know what a good time is. If they are able to unite most of the crime syndicates to if we unite, we can take China by storm. That's a win in my books. That's a fucking win in my books. Not that we're gonna conquer any countries right now. We're not gonna do that. Not today. Just today, not today. Maybe tomorrow. No, I'm not that powerful yet. So yes. Okay, so the tier list so far. The Wu sisters are on top. Kai's in the PTA meeting. Tai Lung is, he's fine. And okay. We're gonna, you know what? Let's change it right now. Let's put Shen here. There we go. There, no, sorry, no, let's put him here. Let's put him here. There we go. Okay, back to slideshow. Okay, is everybody okay with this? Because I feel like we're okay. They won't make you, Nib, takeout exists. Okay, so you want the fairy godmothers of crime world. I can see what. You know what? I'm not trying to get red in this place, but yes. Okay. The B movie. Okay, I will say after we do the B movie, we'll just take a really short break. We'll just take like a quick 5-minute break. No, 2 minute, 3 minute. Okay, B movie. When you hear someone say the B movie's bad, I will bury you. Would a child survive on takeout? You'll be fucking surprised. That was... I'm gonna say right now, a good portion of my childhood was a lot of takeout. Then again, I didn't like... You know what? We're not gonna go into my childhood trauma. That is not something we're doing today. Okay. Ken. I will tell y'all right now, I will not be slandering much of this man, because if my girlfriend replaced me with a goddamn fucking bug, I think I'd be very angry too. But, in this world, I guess suspension of belief, because bugs can fucking speak, so I fucking guess. So, again, Past Jacki really made their point. Honestly, why is he a villain? He was honestly a sensible guy. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't like bees if I had to be, okay, maybe actually I wouldn't be as mad as him, cause I'm gonna say right now, bees are incredibly helpful for this, for the ecosystem. I am able to, I can still appreciate a bee while still being scared of them. But you know, okay, you know, just back to this. Just back to this. Exactly. He got rationed by a fucking goddamn bee. Oh, you know what? That is also fair. If my girlfriend is replacing me with a bug, maybe we did dodge a bullet. Because if this lady thinks that she can fuck a goddamn fucking bee, you know what? Good for her. Yeah, no, he's considered. Okay, so Frognat. Ken is okay. Again, by my definition of what a villain is basically anyone who is against the protagonist of the story. So, I mean, that's how I see it. But at the same time, a villain is, according to Google, the villain is essentially a wicked and bad person. So here, we're going by the definition that I said, that he was against the protagonist. And the protagonist, as we know, is Barry B. Benson. Would you panic over a cat for cat allergies, though? I feel like I would. But I wouldn't, like, you know, wish immense death over them. That's just fucking wrong. So, okay, anyway. So, I'm gonna say right now, though, bees are actually pretty gentle. Like, did you know if they sting you, that means that they literally chose death because they can't live with their stinger. So, if they chose to sting you, you must have been a pretty shitty person to begin with. Yes! Thank you! Thank you! Okay, so, anyway, back to Ken. I like that a lot of you folks are, like, kind of defending Ken. Cause, like, again, why would you replace... I mean, here, you know, in my head, I'm like, bro, does Barry even have a dangly ding? Cause I'm pretty sure he don't got the dangly do. So you can't even... But then again, not all relationships have to be sexual in nature. It could just be, you know, romantic, which is what they were doing when they were having a goddamn fucking picnic together. God, wait, sorry. Now that I'm remembering the Bee movie, it was such a fucking fever dream. I know, you know, I know that I talk about the Bee movie a lot in you know, a meme about it, but in some ways, I do kind of question why I like that movie so much. I liked because it was so fucking absurd. It was just a hot dream. Jemmy, the bee's cute. Jemmy, do you want to tell me do you want to tell chat something right now? Do you want them to know something about you right now? I mean, we can take a pause for you. Yeah, you know what? That's true. Maybe the lady was ace. Maybe the lady's ace. So, okay, now let's think. For me, personally, I think he's just a regular kind of dad. You know, there's nothing... Ken is incredibly average. There's nothing incredibly striking about him. Like, I feel like he's a regular dad. You know, he's there. He drives you to school. Like, you know, he's gonna get mad at you if you interrupt yogurt night. Or, you know, you say you want ice cream over yogurt. But, like, I do feel like, you know, with his fucking revenge story against bees, I feel like if you ever mention to your dad, like, hey, Dad, I want to be a beekeeper, I feel like he's gonna disown you on the spot. He's gonna be like, get out of my fucking house. I was divorced by, you know, I lost my girlfriend over a goddamn fucking bee. I will not lose you two. Not in this household. So fucking hell. Okay, the bee got Riz. I can't blame. Is it rude for me to think of Apple? I mean, you mean Applejack? Do you think Ken is Applejack? So bee like Jazz, and Ken wasn't Ken. Honestly, you know that I feel like it would be so funny if Ken was in the fucking Barbie movie. That would have been revenge story against bees. He's starting to sound like a fairly. Oh shit. He's literally, what was that? Mr. Crocker. Very odd parents! That's essentially him. But anyway, again, rating him as a parent, he's, you know, I feel like he's average. You know, he's there. He exists. He is a person that exists in this world. Okay, next. Bet y'all don't remember much about him. Leighton Montgomery. Okay, so... To be honest, I too would make fun of talking bees. But, you know, like he's also one of the few sane people in this fucking movie, because he's like, why are bees talking? Why are these bees able to have a conversation? What is this world that we live in? But again, suspension of belief, folks. This is an animated movie. Not every movie has to be realistic, so in this world, bees exist. I mean, again, in this world, bees, the male bees are actually doing work, but in reality, they don't. I'll get back to that. I'll give you guys some bee facts later. So anyway, for me, he's kind of dramatic because, okay, he's incredibly dramatic because I don't know if you, okay, do you guys remember that when he got stung, he started like flailing all over the place like, bro, chill, it's a bee sting. You did not get stabbed 24 times in the chest. That's just a bee sting. It's gonna be like a prick at most. Now, unless I was a hornet, then that would be so fucking painful. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's a pretty good lawyer. That means I would say yes. Okay, but okay, again, you see my argument here. I can't blame him because he actually makes very solid economical points. Like, lots of honey equals bees don't need to make any more. Meaning, there wouldn't, because there wouldn't be any pollination, meaning that would be the death of life. But at the same time, this is looking at it in capitalistic sense, so fuck that, but I get it. Okay, I get it. I understand. Okay, in case somebody tries to come for me and say, but the bees were just trying to fight for their right to have equal cut. I understand that, but we all must understand that in the beginning of this fucking movie, nobody fucking knew that bees had thoughts. Okay? Nobody fucking knew that. So let's put that thought again. Nobody fucking knew. Wait, bees are conversationalists. They create buzz. I love that. Okay, but now let's go to a parent, which somebody did make a good point. Since he's a lawyer, is probably loaded. I agree with that. With how dramatic he is, he's probably the kind to like throw a tantrum if you don't do shit the way he wants to. I feel like, considering that he's a lawyer, I feel like if you're the kind who's like, hey dad, I know you've been raising me on all these law terms. Guess what, dad? I want to be an actor. I feel like he's about to, you're tearing this family apart! He's gonna be like that. He's gonna be like that. Oh, I hate myself so much. Sometimes I hate myself, but let's go. So yeah, I feel like he'd be incredibly dramatic over it. Like, or even if you say okay. You know how there's this thing, like against doctors and lawyers, like they're always trying to one-up each other on who has it worse. I feel like if you're the kind who says, oh dad, by the way, I don't want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, I feel like he's the kind who's gonna be like, no, you are not gonna follow your Aunt Maurice in the fuck who told you that being a doctor is better than being a lawyer. I feel like he'd be that kind of guy. He's incredibly dramatic. I feel like it's gonna be like that. It's funny to think that they didn't realize that, right? This entire movie, I feel like the best way to experience this movie is if you're high on marijuana. Wait, I can't say that. High on life. Yeah, you're high on life. Yes. No drugs here. No sorry, Bob. Nope. We don't do that. This is a Christian server, folks. But at the same time, I feel like he is the kind who would always, he's not only saying it just because, you didn't follow him, but he's making, solid points. Like Jonathan, you're not an actor, you're just making funny faces in fucking TikTok, If you want to be an actor, go to fucking auditions. And if you don't, then that's when you do the other things. Because I do understand that in this day and age, it is hard to break through certain industries. But you gotta work hard, okay? If you want to be an actor, then do things, actory things, okay? Take your goddamn life fucking seriously. Yes. Sorry. Shit, sorry about that. Okay. Now I feel like this is gonna be controversial. But I will say something, controversial yet brave. It is the fact that, okay. Oh yeah, mosquitoes are sentient. remember at the very end of the movie, the mosquito is actually a fucking lawyer. You know, I was already a bloodsucker in my life. Might as well do bloodsucking for my job. That is so fucking smart. So anyway, okay, going back. I feel like Barry himself is also a villain. Now hear me out, folks, hear me out. First of all, my brother in Christ almost really caused the entire world to die because he stopped honey production. Like, I feel like he had an idea and he didn't see it through. But okay, again, I do thoroughly understand. I thoroughly understand that it is unfair to be exploited and not given lickety shit. I understand that, okay, folks? I fully understand that you should not be exploited because, you know, talking from experience, I understand that. It's just that there were so many ways he could have gone about this. Like, okay, instead of like saying, hey, we're not gonna work for you anymore, he could have like said, why don't we have a collaboration? Why don't you guys pay us and we'll still do it? He didn't. Here's the thing. Okay, I do know that I think their classes were only like 24 hours. You know, they went to college and all that shit. They did that. Did you not learn about what bees do for the world? Did he not understand that? I feel like this is a case of when somebody doesn't fucking listen to their goddamn lectures. He didn't fucking see this through. He was really like, yes, the actions to my concept. Okay, so Barry proved the lawyer technically right for 1/5 of the movie, so yes, he's exactly. See, thank you so much. Hi, Grand. Okay, so, thank you, Tantan. So, okay, okay, now this is the part where I'm about to, like, start some lectures on bees, okay. See, this is exactly why female bees are actually the ones who are actually doing shit in real life. So, in case you folks didn't know, in science, within the bee community, the worker bees, you know, everyone who does the work, everyone who does the pollinating, everything, those are all female bees. I mean, bees really said, you know, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss. It really do be that way for the fucking, you know, bees. And the only role that a male bee actually has is to reproduce. And here's the thing. When you're done, I mean, when it's finally done, when they're finally done, the male bees don't do shit. They are literally just wasting space. And actually, during the winter months, when food is becoming more scarce, what the female bees actually have to do is they literally have to, like, push the fucking male bees out. So that's why you will notice that after the winter months, if you look at a beehive, you're gonna see a lot of dead bees on the floor. Those are usually male bees. So yeah, now you know. Now you fucking, that's a bee fact for you. You better believe it. Haha. God, I'm hilarious. So anyway, so enough me roasting Barry. As a parent, I think he's okay though. Like, I feel like he'd be like the dad from Inside Out. I mean, again, there is a difference between being a bad character and being a bad dad. So I feel like, generally speaking, I feel he could be a good parent. I feel like he's actually gonna be encouraging you what to do. I mean, he fucking believed that he could do whatever the fuck he wants. Why can't he impose that same shit to you? So, yes. You know, oh shit. Yes. So what you're saying is all the male bees in the movies are just, you know what? I love that. Yes, they are all assigned female at birth. Yes! 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 We love that. We love that. Okay, time to rate these people. Did you see that video where they engraved the entire script of B movie onto a sword? Okay, I'm gonna fucking watch that as soon as this stream is over. I need to fucking see that. Okay, tier list so far. Okay. Oh wait, sorry. Sorry, we gotta put Shen. Ah! Wait! No, now y'all see my. Never mind. You know, we'll do that later. Okay, ignore the fact that Shen is in, you know, kids are gonna need therapy Jimbo. He's now under, you know, PTA. Now, where do y'all think I would put Ken? Okay, cast your votes, folks. Where's Ken? Where's Montgomery? Where's Barry? But y'all already saw it, so I feel like I already spoiled the fucking surprise. So, let's go. Let's go. I feel like Ken, he's okay. You know, he's average. Again, he was a funny character, but as a parent, I feel like he's just, you know, he's kind of unremarkable. He's there. He is a person that exists. He's there. He's not bad. I don't think there's any. Again, I feel like he's just a regular guy. Coco, please don't fucking roast me. I'm talking about in terms of being a parent. Okay. I know this is the God. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyway, now Larry again. I feel like he's average. He's not terrible. He's not great, but you know he's a parent. He did his best. You know he did his best. Because again, remember when I told you folks? I mean, I know somebody mentioned how like, okay, but he's probably rich, so he can just give you money. There's more to raising a kid than just giving them money, you know? Because like, you have to develop, you know, how they think. Like, you gotta encourage them all this shit. A lot of things. And now let's put Barry in the PTA. Because again, I did say that just because I roasted Barry that he's, you know, he's pretty much a villain, I think he'd be a great parent. I mean, his parents were encouraging. I mean, they were kind of like, are you sure, honey? That's what you want to do? And, you know, they were like, okay, I guess fucking do it. So yeah, I feel like Barry is like for the PTA. And you know what? Okay, before anything else, let's put Shen here. Let's put Shen here. Alright. Okay. There. Now the rating is perfect. Now the next is Shrek. But I'm gonna tell y'all folks right now, I do just need to take a really super quick break. We're gonna be back in like a minute. I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, folks, we are back here. Changed my shirt because Rue told me to fucking stop wearing that shirt every time I stream, which is funny because I literally only wear this shirt now, so I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. But anyway, we are back here in business, folks. We are gonna do the thing. We're gonna this time. What's next? What's next? We are gonna do Shrek. Yes, we are gonna do Shrek. Okay. So first of all, I would like to say that Shrek is a cinematic masterpiece. And oh shit! Actually, no, that's not what I was gonna say. If you have never watched Shrek the musical, you have to. If I'm not mistaken, it should be on YouTube, or you could download it. Shrek the musical is absolutely phenomenal. It gives a really funny backstory to Lord Farquaad. It's really good. Yes. Okay. So back to Shrek. So obviously, we all know who the first villain is. The first villain, wait, what the fuck? Is Lord Farquaad. No, sorry, it's Lord Farquaad. Which actually, you know, Farquaad was intentional. Mugen told me that apparently Farquaad was meant to sound like fuckwad. So again, as I've already mentioned, if you haven't watched Shrek the musical, fucking watch it after the stream. No self-respect. Oh, I did not spell that right. No self-respecting Shrek fan can say they love Shrek if they haven't watched the musical. It's like, wait, what's my favorite? Like, it's just so good. Especially, they gave Fiona so much more character, which is amazing because Fiona already has so much character. Just everyone is really good, but especially what they did with Lord Farquaad. You will be so impressed with what they did with him. So anyway, I think there's this really nice song. It's called Freak Flag. Like, let your freak flag. Shit. No, I gotta remember it. Anyway, I'll probably watch it again anyway. I'd say he's a short king, but he's just. What the fuck did I say? I'd say he's a short king, but he's just a short. Why did I say that? Oh, okay. I wrote. You know, I feel like y'all are gonna go through a journey with me where I just read what the fuck I wrote and then I just have to compute first. Why did I write that? And now I remember why I wrote it. So I said that he's a short thing because he's not a king, because he wasn't a king. And remember, according to the mirror, he's not a king. Not yet, anyway. And he never will be. Okay, so. Oh, I didn't know that. R.I.P. Steve Harwell. You're an all-star. R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay, let's take a moment of silence, because that song birthed so many memes. Anyway, back to this. Lord Farquaad. He is. I wouldn't say he's the number one nice guy, milady kind of guy, but he is one of them. He's giving, like, you know, like, hey, I did one nice thing for you. Can we do the tickety boo? Can we caboodle? Can we do the no pants dance? Actually, you know what? I feel like that doesn't apply to him, because I feel like he actually doesn't give two shits about that much. He just cares about the fact that, are you a princess? I mean, of course he's also like, you know, it doesn't hurt if they're hot, but you know, if I don't really give too much of a shit if you're like that, you feel me? But I feel like he would care, but he doesn't. That's not his main thing, okay? His main thing is he's given Hans. He's like Hans from Frozen, like, you know, I'm just there to get the crown. He's gonna snatch the crown, you know, that kind of thing. But I will say, he is an icon. He is a legend. His line, some of you may die, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Like, bro, that is straight up cold, and I'm not even gonna lie, I have used that line in one of my D&D games. I've used that as a DM, and I remember one of my players were like, yo, that's a killer line, and then one of my friends was like, that's from Shrek. And I was like, no, it's not. That ain't from Shrek. That is 1000% original me. Why would I ever steal from another movie? Why would I make a reference to a movie in this D&D game, which was 1000% not based from Dimension 20's Fantasy High? I could never. So anyway, he is a social climber for no fucking reason. I mean, I guess there is a reason. Remember, this is the medieval period where everybody and their mama wants to be a noble. Nobody wants to be a peasant. They gotta be a noble. Oh, I have a random fact for everyone. Random facts with Jacki. Okay, I have a random fact for everyone. Did you know that back in the day, if you ate fish like salmon, you were considered poor because fish was attainable by everyone. But if you ate chicken or beef, that was considered like very expensive. So it's funny because it's a complete opposite today, that if you ate like lobsters and salmon, seafood in general, that was looked down upon because anyone can get that. But the thing is, the reason why chicken and beef, they were really expensive is because those are your means of like production, because chickens create eggs and beef, cows, give milk. So that's a way for you to get more food, and that's also a way for you to earn money. So if you were killing the thing that could earn you money, that gave the energy that you were kind of rich. Anyway, back to the... That's done. Random facts with Jacki. Aw, I made a jingle. Good for me. So anyway, let's be real. He is a genocidal megalomaniac with daddy issues. And again, there is a reason why I said daddy issues, because if you watch the musical, they added a little bit of a layer that is not in the movies. They just added a little bit of a thing in the fucking musical. Now, Mugen fish does not produce milk. Anyway. Okay. The milkfish, that's a no, they don't. Do fish produce milk? Do fish what? Yeah, okay, anyway. So anyway, Lord Farquaad, wait, no, I already did this. Right, okay, I feel like, yay, okay, you know what, every time you guys come to my stream, there is always gonna be a random fact for no fucking reason. So anyway, as a parent, I believe, God forbid, he has any children, because they will grow up traumatized, knowing that the war crimes their father have committed. He's kind of like, he's among the realm of Shen, in terms of like, man, my dad committed war crimes. I'm not sure if I can like, stomach that in. But at the same time, I can't see him spoiling their kids. But at the same time, too, I feel like he would banish them just because they forgot to wear pink on Wednesday. Okay, so here's the difference between him and Shen. I feel like Shen, if he banishes you, there is like a quote-unquote good reason. Like, you were, like, let's say you weren't skilled enough or something. Again, I don't think that that's a good reason, but in a way, it holds weight. I mean, you're like you are a very powerful family, and if you don't do powerful things, it reflects badly. So in a way, there is a kind of solid reasoning. But here, I feel like Lord Farquaad, just because I feel like just because you didn't wear pink on Wednesday, or like because you looked at him funny, or like, you wore white shoes on Labor Day, I feel like he would banish you. I feel like he's that kind of guy. He's that petty. He's that hoe. I mean, yes, Google says Amazonian discus fish make a milk-like mucus to feed their baby. I mean, it's milk-like. It's milk-like, not milk. Can you milk a fish? Can y'all milk? Y'all can see it right now, but I'm doing that meme. You know that lady who does the math equations and she's thinking? That's me right now. So anyway, okay. Anyway, I feel like also, God forbid you have defects because you will be banned to the swamp. Remember, this is the guy that banned all of the other fairy tale creatures. Like, if you did not look human, you were off. You're gone. You're gone. Like, 3 little pigs, gone. Big bad wolf, fucking gone. Everything. So imagine if you were a teenager and you know how teenagers get like zits. I feel like if you had zits, you're gone. Now you'll never, overall, he's not a great person, but he is a very iconic villain, and for that he has my respect. I can only imagine his child as just okay, you know what? Okay. Let me just say right now, okay, in the musical, okay, a bit of a spoiler alert, but not really, because again, this wasn't canon in the movie. In the musical, it is explained that the reason why he's short is because he's got dwarf genes. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. There's actually more to his story, but I'm not gonna say anything else. Okay, next. The one of the most iconic villains of DreamWorks. Like, I would say, just because of the sheer popularity of Shrek, she is more iconic than Shen. But in my heart of hearts, I know that Shen is one of the best villains ever. I don't fucking care. Y'all, I don't fucking care. That's my opinion. That's my opinion, okay? So, fairy godmother. So she's already a mom, so technically, I guess, I mean, she's the only one here that's actually like a parent. So, this is gonna be a little more easier. So, okay. She's so dramatic. I feel like she's even more dramatic than your grandma when you tell her you haven't eaten anything yet. She's that kind of drama queen, but she's fucking just judgmental. I mean, remember, she's basically, like, all throughout the fucking movie, she is body shaming you. She is doing all the kinds of shames. I mean, she's essentially what she's a shitty plastic surgeon. She's a magical plastic surgeon. So she is so fucking judgmental. She's gonna tell you if you're, she tell you that she is that person. Oh god. Okay, so you know how you go to like y'all go to like a family reunion, and you know how you have those fucking aunties who just tell you, "Where's your boyfriend? Y'all, where's your boyfriend?" Or like, "Dang, girl, you got bigger." All these unprovoked criticisms for no fucking reason. And then sometimes you just kind of go look at them, man, dang, girl, nobody asked for your opinion, nobody asked for you to be born, but here you are. Anyway, so again, she's a very judgmental mother-in-law. She's basically a monster-in-law. So like, who also happens to be a plastic surgeon who made her fortune not through scamming because her shit was legit, but through thorough manipulation of somebody's body image, and that's just straight up evil. Again, okay, she never scammed. Never scam. She doesn't scam you, but she manipulates your feelings into thinking you're inadequate when you are adequate. Everybody in chat, I just want y'all to know I've never seen how all of y'all look like, but I believe that you are beautiful in your own right. If anyone ever calls you ugly, just tell them, I'm not your target market. You're not the one who's gonna sweep me off my feet. There is somebody else out there who will love me and who will cherish me. And you know what? It's just not you. And that's okay. Thank God it's not you, because if you be judging me just because of how I fucking look, maybe you're not the one for me. You should definitely do that. Fucking play the Uno reverse. Hey, auntie! See, you're still divorced. What's up? But bet she play favorite. But if you were her, okay, you know what? I do think though, Nib, that if you were the favorite, child, I feel like she would shower you with gifts. But the thing is, not all of us are blessed to be the favorite, like little donut. Not all of us are the favorite bolitas and the bolitos. We can't have everything we want. No, anyway. But okay, so being a bitch aside, I do think that she is an okay mom in the way that she would do anything for her son, but because you saw her, that she was literally doing everything for her son. But also it is, if you think about it, it's also very problematic when you try to do everything. Because there is a reason why Charmin is the way that he is. Okay, there's a reason why he's such a fucking useless gay shit. He's a useless twink. Sorry. Yeah, he's a useless twink. But, to be fair, Charming is also a bitch in itself, so I guess it's justifiable. But, I will say, she has one of the best musical numbers, not just in Shrek, but like in DreamWorks all overall. Like, I Need a Hero, that still lives in my... Okay. I need somebody to tell me why there are motorcycles. It is already so late. Why are there motorcycles here? Anyway, so she's got mad pops, okay? So, like, she can sing the House Down Boots. Like, if nobody got me, I know Jacki got me. Can I get name it? I got you, fam. I fucking got you. But yeah, okay, like, okay. I will say that I will partially give her credit just because for I Need a Hero. Like, just for that alone, I will set aside a bit of the criteria just because you gave that solid song. Yes. You know, Gran, I will say. Oh, you can't hear the motorcycles? Okay. It's just really bothering me because, okay, let me, just a quick story. Quick story. So, I've already told Jem and him that she can't use my bike because first of all, she can't. So here's the thing, we had this one instance where we were trying to teach her how to ride the car, drive the car, and now she can, albeit not very good, and she thinks that she can also drive the bike. And let me tell y'all folks, that was an adventure. Like, I was like, driving a bike and driving a car are completely two different things. But you know what? I did eventually teach her, and now sometimes she uses my bike. But you know, with my parmesan, with my permission, and now we're all good. We're all good. Okay. So now for one of my least liked villains, just because Prince Charming has such a punchable face. He is incredibly punchable. Oh god, just looking at him pissed me off. Anyway, so again, he deserves to be punched in the face. He has zero backbone. He can't sing for shit. I mean, okay. The voice actor did a great job being able to make it seem like he can't sing for shit. I mean, did y'all watch the third movie, right? How is it possible that your voice is like that, but your mom can sing the House Down Boots Mama? Like, it's not clicking. It's not clicking. So anyway, what did I write there? I wish we were talking about the Prince Charming from Cinderella because that guy could act. Yes. You know what? Can we all talk about the Prince Charming in Cinderella? Is actually incredibly great. Like, Cinderella really lucked out on a guy willing to fling himself off the window to find her. If you've never watched the other Cinderella movies, I highly recommend it. It's so fucking hilarious. It's so fucking good. Prince Charming is a villain. For me, he's just an okay. Prince Charming is considered a villain. He's the main villain in Shrek 3. He was like a side villain in Shrek 2, but he's the main villain in Shrek 3. Jesus Christ, why do I know so much of this fucking Shrek lore? Anyway, back to Discount Crispin. He was so painful to watch in Shrek 3 because he was so fucking pathetic. But, you know, I will give him points that he managed to convince a bunch of dookies to, like, follow him to stage a coup. I will give him charisma. I'll give him some Riz points for that. Because I'm gonna just say right now, if you can round up a bunch of villains, if you can round up a bunch of bad people to be doing a collective bad thing, that takes some leadership, that takes some Riz, and I give some credit to where it's due. Yeah. Okay, but I feel like okay, now this is the part where I will judge him as a parent. So I feel like he's the kind of, if he gets divorced, which he would deserve, he's gonna, okay, you know how like when divorce, there's custody battle and shit, and sometimes it goes to one parent, it goes to one parent. I feel like he's the kind who's like, he's just gonna ignore his kid until he gets Rapunzel back. Yeah, because Rapunzel and, Prince Charming are together. He's that kind of guy. So you end up, like, just taking care of yourself. Like, you're the one paying for the rent. You're the one paying for the bills. I mean, he gives you the money, but you're just the one doing that. But I do also think that in some ways, before he got divorced, before the divorce, I do think he would be kind of like his mom. Just because, okay, I mean, when you grow up, like, your parents are basically your example when you finally become a parent yourself. I mean, not all the time, but at least you have, like, a gauge and, like, okay, so since my mom taught me how to do the back, to ride the back, then maybe that's how I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna teach my kid how to ride the back, because that's, you know, sometimes that's what happens. But here's the thing. His mom was the fairy godmother, who isn't entirely perfect herself. So I feel like, you know, he's just gonna take some from that imperfection and he's just gonna apply it. So essentially, is that a good idea? I don't know. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Oh, are we rating death? Oh, you best believe it, babe. You best believe it, bottles of wine. Okay, let me just. He got the rock. I do agree, he could probably model for like a fucking shampoo commercial. He looks like it. He looks like he's, I mean, okay, I will give the credit. He's got great hair. And the only reason I'm saying that is because that is literally Astarion's hairstyle. And if nobody knows who Astarion is, it's Baldur's Gate Astarion. He's got the same hair. Shit, I hate this. Oh god, no. Now I'm imagining Astarion is, oh. Rue, if you're still watching, I want you to imagine Prince Charming. I want you to imagine Astarion with Prince Charming's face now. I cannot be the only one to be blessed with, you know, to be cursed with this image. And I'm cursing the rest of the chat with this. Okay. Rapunzel. Nobody... Okay, so... She wasn't really that big of a villain, but I'm gonna rate her anyway, because she was still in... Okay. So, Rapunzel straight up reminds me of those mean girls in high school. So she already we're off to a bad start. The fact that she reminds me of those bitches in high school, off to a bad start. Okay. So, I bet you if she was alive in real life, she'd probably become a healthcare worker, because for some fucking reason, the bitchy bullies in high school become... What did I write? Oh, but you know what? That is so true. You know, I don't understand how this is like a theme. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but for some reason, it's like a trope that I see, that the bullies in high school, or bullies in general, somehow they become social workers or healthcare workers. And I don't understand, because like, okay, it's either are you trying to become a better person, are you trying to amend? Are you is this like some amendment kind of shit, or are you just like, you know, feeding your ego that, oh, I'm doing so much good things in the world, so maybe I'm a good person? Is that the thing? Is that the thing that's going on? I don't understand why that's such a fucking trope for some fucking reason. Anyway, see, exactly. I will say I don't really remember her. It's just that I put it there. I mean, Anyway, so back to her. To quote Miss Violet Chachki. She's bothered, she's insecure, she's delusional. She thinks she did better than she actually did, but she's not in touch with reality. Okay, she's just... See, the fact... She's very over her head. She really be thinking so much against, like, the other princesses, like Fiona, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. She really be thinking that. And I will say, though, her only saving grace is she can sing. But that's it. Okay, again... Already, she's not a very remarkable villain. So, you know, the bottles of wine, the fact that you can't remember jack shit about her, already says so much. But again, any bitch who betrays her friends for a man, bro, bros before hoes. Yeah. There's a lot of successful psychopaths in surgery. Get therapy once becomes therapist. Suddenly you believe that you can change the world. I mean, there is no... Okay, I want to say right now, there is nothing wrong with, like, trying to have a redemption arc. I feel like people are always capable of change. But the thing is, you have to be accountable. Like, I don't know about you, but I would have really appreciated if, like, the people who talk shit about me, I mean, you know, who did shit to me, kind of apologize now that we're grown up. I mean, it's not required, but, you know, those things really traumatize the shit out of you. So, like, it would be nice to have some closure. Now, I will say, though, that if a bully does eventually apologize to you, and if there's a bully watching this for some fucking reason, I don't know, those people are not obligated to forgive you, and that's okay. Because, I mean, what you did is probably really shitty, and, like, sometimes there's just no forgiving that, and that's okay. People, you are not required to forgive. It's okay to hold, you know, that anger, but just make sure that it doesn't consume you. You know, I remember, you know, forgive and forget, that's for some people. Good for you. No, you know, you can just, it's okay to remember. You know, you are valid in your anger. And again, bullies, if they don't forgive you, you can't force them. You were a shit person, so, you're just getting what you deserve. Anyway, back to this. Back to fucking this. As a parent, I do think that, okay, I know we were talking shit about that, but I think that she could potentially make a good mom because, again, you know, we were talking about tropes, how, like, bullies become social workers. There is also this weird trope where, like, they may be a shitty person, but they're actually really good as mothers. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why, but, you know, it's a thing. If you guys, have you guys watched The Glory? Okay, I do not recommend that movie for the faint of heart, but there is this thing where, like, you know, the antagonist, the bully, she's actually a really caring mother, but she was an awful person. So, there you go. Oh, you're fine, Miles. You're fucking fine. Like what Dwight Schrute said, will I get over it? No, but life goes on. And that's okay! Yes, forgiveness is a choice! You don't have to forgive. It doesn't make you a bad person if you don't forgive someone. It's okay. And if you want to forgive someone, that's also okay. There is no right or wrong choice. Only as long as you're not actively hurting a bunch of people, then it's okay. Okay? And and again, you know, you will find your peace. And I hope to all the people here, I hope you find your peace too. Anyway, at the same time, she might be an overbearing, superficial mom, so, you know, she kind of gives that energy. I feel like she's the kind, like, who would make sure that if you don't get, like, your, you know, if you're in ballet class, if you don't get that pirouette right, she will keep on making you doing that shit all over and over again until you can't fucking relax. So anyway, yes, like Karen's. Okay. So the tier list, oh shit. Yeah, you know, while I was on break, I decided to, like, you know, fix everything. I decided to fix everything. So, okay, Shen's there. Okay, Tylon, Dude, Ken, Barry. Yeah, okay. So, okay, folks. It's time for us to put where is Farquaad? Where is... Shit. Farquaad, who's the other guy? Come on, Jackie. Who's the other guy? Fairy Godmother, Prince Charming, and Rapunzel. Okay, folks. We will, give yourselves a little bit of a minute. So I'm gonna do the... Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's up. Okay, so Lord Farquaad definitely gonna need therapy. I feel like I don't really have to justify why you would need therapy if he was here, because again, he is literally a genocidal maniac. He didn't kill people yet, but he banished a lot of people. He's very superficial. Again, I did remember the argument that I said with Shen. Shen, if you're a good person, he's probably like, you know what, you're right, Farquaad bottom tier just because he's a bottom. I mean, just because oh god, no, I do not want that narration. Just because he's short, Okay, again, Remember, Shen, if you're not evil, he would be mad about it because you're not in his alignment. Farquaad, if you so much as wear white shoes on Labor Day, you're gone. You're fucking gone. Okay, Fairy Godmother. I feel like this is gonna be controversial, but I just feel like she's okay. She's not too terrible. She's not the worst. But I feel like she's okay. Like, she's still capable of doing good things for you. Because remember how Prince Charming turned out, but maybe that's a problem. Remember how Prince Charming turned out? He did not turn out great. Okay, Prince Charming, again, he's under... I know I shit-talked about him for being an unremarkable villain, but just because you're an unremarkable villain doesn't mean you have to be an unremarkable parent. Again, I did say that since he did take, like, notes from Fairy Godmother, I feel like in some way he would know what to do. Okay. Alright, Rapunzel. I know it's weird to put her high up, because again, she was unremarkable. But again, if you were an unremarkable parent, an unremarkable villain, doesn't mean you could be an unremarkable parent. I'm mostly putting her here just because, again, of that weird trope where, like, you may be a shitty person, but for some reason you're good to your kids. So that's definitely literally the only reason. Yes. Yes, exactly. Fairy Godmother's a controlling, manipulative Karen. I do agree with that, but here's the thing. She still did a lot of things for Prince Charming. That's why he's here. Okay. It's about trope. It's about trope. But, again, I'm not even gonna blame you folks if you suddenly say, no, Rapunzel doesn't even deserve to be in the tier list. Because, again, it was... Folks, I'm gonna be real with you. The third movie of Shrek was a little rough. The only thing that I remember distinctly about it was when the, that moment where they were trying to, like, bust in. That was the most iconic moment of that. Okay, Puss in Boots. Somebody asked, am I gonna do death? Yes, we are. Obviously we are. In this household, we do death. Okay, Mr. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, please give me your counter argument. I'm gonna read it after while I'm doing this. Okay. So in case anyone was wondering about Puss in Boots, the first movie with Jack and Jill and Humpty Dumpty, I didn't put it here just because I didn't remember too much about it, and I didn't want to rewatch the movie. And I'll do that in the next DreamWorks. Daddies, yes. Mommies, yes. Yes, I will say that Fairy Godmother did control Charmin too much. I do agree with that. Okay, so Big Jack Horner. Can I just say the fact that he is also voiced by by John Mulaney, in a way that's kind of plus points to me because he's a fucking hilarious guy. So anyway, okay, so Big Jack Horner is finally just a straight up evil douche pickle. He's straight up evil. Y'all, he's a straight up... First of all, Farquaad is evil, but, like, this guy, he's, like, straight up terrible because he's actually actively doing the murders, too. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the difference between him and, like, Farquaad. Which I feel, in a way, is kind of, like, respectable of Big Jack Horner because, like, okay, Farquaad is just telling people, if he's the one ordering the people to, like, kill other things, yeah. But Big Jack Horner, he is actively in front doing the murders. Like, remember in that scene where they're in the forest? Like, he's just straight up, like, kicking the guy off just because it's like, oh, it's too much space and you're gonna, you're taking too much. He's straight up evil. But, again, I did put that there, but I guess in a way that's also, like, good boss behavior because you ain't afraid to get your hands dirty. So, in a way, he's a boss. He's a hands-on boss. In the way of, like, the undercover boss. I feel like people are gonna say, like, oh yeah, Big Jack Horner, he's also part of the team, but I feel like they also should talk about him anyway. Okay, so anyway, back to this overgrown man-child, because he's literally an overgrown man-child. He looks like an overgrown man-child. His face looks like that of an angel, but he's really shit. He is doing so much. Just because he was a nursery rhyme instead of a proper story. And I'ma tell you right now, Big Jack Horner, there is actually benefit to being a nursery rhyme because at least people have your shit memorized. Like, in the proper story, if you're the proper story, people, it's prone to misinterpretation just because you can add so much shit. But at least in nursery rhyme, it's like straight to the point. So this guy don't get that he doesn't get the benefits of being like, you know, it's short and sweet. Okay, you know, sometimes it's just KISS. Keep it short, stupid. So anyway, okay. So I will say, if we completely strip out the context that he is pretty funny, because again, I mean, if you're gonna have John Mulaney voice someone, their character's probably gonna be very funny. He's actually straight up kind of terrifying. I mean, okay, he literally doesn't give a shit about life or anything. Ah! Sorry. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about life or anything. Again, he is actively doing the murders if he has to, and he doesn't even acknowledge he had loving parents because he thinks it's horse shit. Like, remember, his parents were actually good people. Like, they were legitimately good people. But then he was like, oh, no, I had such a terrible childhood because, you know, who cares if I had good parents? They're still shitty. And it's like, bro, he literally grew up well, and yet he still can't get the bro. So again, so I'm saying right now, thank fuck he's too busy with magic shit rather than finding a kid, because that kid is not gonna have a good time, okay? He's gonna have a bad time. He's gonna have fucking Sans from Undertale suddenly just going it's gonna be that way. It's gonna be fucking that way. Exactly. He literally hunted baby unicorns. This guy is awful. And Kazumachi, you know, I'ma tell you right now, when I proposed this idea, I was like, yeah, I'll do all the DreamWorks villains. And then I started looking that there were actually 44 movies. And I was like, you know what? I am not doing all of the fucking villains. Because Christ almighty, I can't do that. Okay, and everybody, I know everybody was waiting for this, how I would... Alright, death. If wolf evil, why sexy? Oh god, I promise you folks, I'm not a furry. It's just that I do acknowledge that some people make art that make him look so weirdly attractive for no fucking reason. It's okay. I'm not kink shaming. I'm kink asking why. But he is very unhinged. But I will say though, I don't see him as a bad guy because he is more of an inevitable metaphor considering Puss was he's almost used all his lives. Okay, remember folks, the reason why Death was kind of mad was because if you were granted the ability to have like 9 lives and if you died, I mean, if you're gonna die, at least die through like, you know, heroic ways. Like, you know, when he, you know, his 8th life, I think it was heroic. But then there were some dumbass ones where he was just drunk off milk. And it's like, bro, really? That's how you want? No. But then again, I don't blame Puss in Boots. I feel like if I had 9 lives, I would do the most dumb shit. So anyway. So, what I do find not cool about him is like, he's just literally speeding up the process. Okay, like, chill. We don't have to kill him now. You know, Puss is still cooking. He's still got something in the microwave. He can still do some stuff. So fucking chill. I'm so sorry. People, I want you to know that I'm not a furry, okay? Well, I'm not a furry. It's just that Professor Miles Edgeworth, you know what I'm talking. You know what I am talking about. That art. It has no reason to be sexy for whatever reason. Why? Anyway, yeah, okay. So, okay, again, I already made that point. Actually, you know, okay, see, I put a fun fact there. The big bad wolf in a lot of stories, like Goldilocks, Little Pigs, is actually meant to be an allegory for death, so the more you know. See? Random facts with Jacki. Yeah, so now you know that the big bad wolf in a lot of stories tend always to be an allegory towards death. So, again, okay, I feel like, I didn't put a lot of points on how he'd be a good dad, huh? Okay. So I did say I do feel like he'd actually be a good dad, like tough kind of love dad, given how he was with Puss. Because okay, remember in the final okay, spoiler alert. Just a spoiler alert. And the final moments of the movie, he did see that Puss eventually was like, okay, I see that you're using your life for actually good means. I'm gonna give you a second chance. Okay, this time don't go and fuck it up, man. Don't fucking go and fuck it up. So that's why that's why I think he's a tough love kind of dad. You know, like he's gonna make you learn the hard way, but he's also kind of making sure that you take the right lessons, because you know how some parents are gonna give you like a lesson and you don't take it. You don't take the right parts, you just take the ones that were traumatic. So I mean, I'm not saying that his parenting method was precise and correct, because I feel like there are a lot of ways to go about what was transpiring, but at the same time I don't blame him, because if the person is always playing with life, then buddy boy, if you're gonna play with fire, then we're gonna get you straight up, you know, a dick pickle that's gonna get you like a fucking fire. Exactly. He has a clear moral code. Yes. Wait, I'll just look in the chat. Okay. You lost our belief the moment you mentioned Lucario. Okay, I'm gonna just say right now, that movie where Lucario, I love that movie so much. With Jirachi, right? That's a Pokemon, right? Jinpachi? No, Jinpachi is the guy from Tekken. So anyway, yeah, he judges vices so hard. He does. Yeah. He's gonna be a good dad because he's reasonable. He knows things have a place and a rhyme, a reason, but tough love, but his kid... Yes, exactly. Y'all know what I'm... Neil, you know what I'm fucking talking about. Okay. So, hey, what you're saying is Zootopia isn't furry. Okay, you know what, folks? This conversation is turning into a direction that... I wouldn't say I'm uncomfortable. I'm just saying that, okay, I guess this is where it's going. So, folks, if you're a furry, I just want you to know I respect all kinks. Again, we don't kink shame, only kink ask why. Okay. So the tier list so far. Okay. Again, let's put everyone, Farquaad there. Okay. I feel like everybody knows where we're gonna put Jack Horner. John Mulaney. No, Jack Horner. Okay. I feel like this is not gonna be surprise for everyone, but he's definitely under Never Breed. He's legitimately an awful person. Again, he doesn't give two shits about humanity. And again, the fact that here's the thing, he grew up with good parents. And he still don't give a shit about it. Okay, that's not for me. Now, under Adopt Me, daddy. Let's fucking go, daddy. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that again. Oh god. Pretend I never said that. Dear lord. Okay, sometimes furrydom isn't a kink, just a hobby. The more you know. Yeah, I had a lot of friends who made a lot of good art because they drew furry stuff. And I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle of them furries, god. Okay. Alright. Last two movies. Because we gotta do Megamind, and then after this, Madagascar. Okay. No, please don't clip that! For the love of God, do not clip the... If y'all are gonna clip my shit, can you clip the nice ones? Not the ones where I say, yeah, daddy. I don't know. Okay, Megamind. No bitches. Okay. Before anybody comes for me on the first one, for the record, he's not a villain. But since he claims to be a one, I'm gonna respect him, and we are gonna put him under villain. Okay? We're just gonna put it here. So honestly, he's so fucking cool, and honestly, he fucks. Well, I mean, okay. Okay, so for me, why is he? Look, I cannot be stopped. I am unstoppable. I'm a terrible person. Okay, anyway, For me, the gap moment for him is very real. Now, Megamind. Wait, you know what? I can give more points here. He would be. You are so right, Neil. He is gonna be a fucking fantastic father. Like, okay, yeah, he was raised around convicts who may be questionable, but here's the thing. Even if that was the case, those convicts actually really took care of him. Like, they raised him. Yeah, sure, they were doing some weird shit. But, yeah. Asicon, why did you have to say, he fucks, I hate you so much? Why did you have to say it? No. Okay. How daddy is Megamind? He is incredibly daddy. Like, have y'all seen how he looks when he's human? I was like, that is fucking, shit, what's his name? Adult Meet the Robinsons. That's him. So anyway, despite the fact that he was raised to be a villain, he has a heart of gold and charisma. Like, just because he was a bad guy, he's not a bad guy. He has a heart of gold, okay? Like, he actually has morals. Okay, I would say he starts out lawful evil, and then towards the end, he's actually chaotic good. He's chaotic good, folks. Yeah, he definitely has abandonment issues. When you have no... Okay. Yes! His taste in music is so fun. You know what? I love that chat just suddenly got so active because we were talking about Megamind. Okay, let me just read this though. When you get a scar and it's but a flesh wound, no stitch. Rob, I thought you were contributing to the conversation in a way that was productive, but you're just giving me fucking puns. Is this revenge? Is this some kind of revenge? Lord. Yeah, he's bad at being back. Okay. Coco Zen, I resent that stuff. I am not, no. Okay, anyway, so he would be the best dad. He is a fucking fantastic dad. He would go to, or he's gonna go to all your recitals. You know what? He's the kind who's like, okay, you tell your dad, I really want to take karate lessons, but you're broke. But he's gonna find a way to get you those karate lessons. What way? Maybe the most not, maybe he's just gonna find some street thug who's actually pretty fucking good. And sure, it's questionable, but he got you there. He's gonna find a way that you get things. And he's also still gonna make sure that you're not spoiled though. He's gonna make you, earn it. And that's what's great. He is, folks, Megamind is a Dr. Doofenshmirtz of DreamWorks. He's that's him. And Megamind has the best villain entry. Fucking yes, fucking ace, fucking let's go. Okay. Mega Man and Gru. Oh yeah. I almost put Gru until I remember he's Illumination. He's not DreamWorks. So there we go. Okay, Metro Man. Okay, again, folks, I just want you to know I don't consider him a villain, but going by my definition of that, a villain is also somebody who's against the protagonist. So in a way, he's that. But okay, he's only here by the technicalities of my definitions of a villain, okay? Just that. He's not a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person because, like, I'm gonna just say, he really is that gif of, like, that guy who just went peace sign and just disappeared. He's like, understandable, have a good day. Like, honestly, I fuck with him. Like, he just disappeared just to make music. Like, I get that. I understand that. I fucking understand the fact that you're just like, oh, responsibilities? Peace out. Fuck y'all. Oh god, it's a Markiplier. Yeah, exactly. Straight up, folks, I would love Megamind to be my dad. Nibbity, we are on the right track. He does look like Markiplier. He looks like buff oh wait, no, Markiplier's actually kind of buff now. Yeah. So I too would break down over immense pressure from the public. I'm gonna just say right now, during the beginning of the stream, when the stream was not doing it, I was like in the middle of almost like just completely breaking down, and then Rue was like in the back, she's like, no, you can't break down, you gotta, come on, I got the screw on. It was hilarious and kind of terrifying. Anyway, that being said, I think he's the type to start out great as a dad, but once you turn to a teenager, Okay, you know what? I realized I took it back here. So we're gonna completely ignore the second line because why didn't I edit that out? Man, past Jackie, you really just write whatever the fuck you think, huh? Okay, so he's not, okay, so let me clarify. He's the kind who's like, he's gonna take care of you, but then once you hit this threshold, like once you're a teenager, he's kind of gonna be like, Martha, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this kid, but you know what? Hey, Jacki3, here's $500. Go buy them Gucci's, whatever you need, and do whatever you want. I feel like he's that kind. Do the things that teenagers do, and he's just gonna kind of trust you in the process. Because remember, the reason why this is my logic is because he just straight up just dipped out. After the pressure was like, peace out. So yeah, that's exactly what I think about him. Why find someone else? They already have a minion. I would love yes. How do you pronounce GIF again? I mean, I go by GIF or GIF. I go either way. And I know somebody's gonna say, yeah, you don't say graphics interface. What does GIF stand for again? I know graphic interface. Something. That's what it sounds like, right? Is that what it stands for? Folks? I'm gonna just wait until somebody says something. Okay, yes. Yeah, that's how his parents raised him, rich, neglectful parents. Okay, let's go to this douche pickle. I don't like. First of all, I really dislike the color. I mean, I'm okay with yellow. I'm just thankful this isn't fucking Naruto yellow, because I would have been like, oh, fucking lord. Anyway, okay. He is the worst. Folks, Titan is the fucking worst. The reason why he's the worst is because there are so many people just like him. I know many guys straight up just like this guy. Like, just because you're nice, just because you're nice doesn't mean I'm gonna sleep with you. Like, what the fuck? Get that fedora shit energy out of my lawn. Get it out. Okay, nobody... Is it weird if I say... No, you will already see by my rating later. You will see. Okay, so like, imagine getting powers and using it to impress a girl instead of something cool, like solving global warming or getting... Yeah. I don't know about you folks, but like, the moment I became a robot, okay, first of all, I was mad and all that shit, cause like, oh man, but I will say, I slowly began to see the benefits of me being a robot. Like, first of all, I could fly, that's great, and like, guns for hands, sometimes. There was so much shit that I could do. Now I didn't have to resort to other means. It's just, there were a lot of... If I say that, then it's kind of giving it away. Everybody dreamed of being some kind of vigilante hero kind of thing. Something like that. Whatever. We're gonna skip that part. Anyway, the fact that he just decided to, like, just use this energy to, like, get somebody to sleep with him, really? That's where we're at? Like, okay. He is a fantastic, terrible, he's a great example of a terrible villain just because they exist. And they're a lot. You will find multitudes of sociopaths like him. Like, he is a realistic villain in the way that this is Carl from HR that no one likes, okay? Nobody likes you, Carl. Everybody knows that you are taking Patricia's food in the fucking refrigerator. You're not slick, okay? No wonder Suzanne left you for another woman. It's exactly that. Okay. So, folks, okay, I'ma just say right now, Mugen, this is a hate crime. This is homophobia. I will show y'all the context later. And I'm so mad. So anyway, he is the parent that guilt trips you. He is the parent that continues a generational trauma. He is that parent, okay? He is the abuela of Encanto that never learned. He is that. He's essentially that. Okay. I'm done. I'm done shit talking about, you know, Carl from HR. We're okay. We're okay. But I will say, I mean, it is okay to like, it's okay to like have thoughts of grandeur. I mean, it's nice to wish. But again, if a person just says no is no. Don't force it, bro. Like, besides, for me personally, I don't think I would be comfortable doing something. Like, if like, let's say, okay, you know, you wanna go eat Taco Bell, and your friend really has terrible memories of Taco Bell. I'd feel awful if I forced them to, like, go to Taco Bell with me, knowing that they, you know, they had shit. Because, first of all, I mean, Taco Bell's great, but, you know, there are other restaurants that we could go to, and I'd always have this feeling that, okay, I'm with someone who's not having a great time. It's odd to me. It's just odd to me. Okay. Oh, wow. Not even in the proper line. Graphic design is truly my passion, folks. Okay, Jack Horn. Okay. I feel like y'all already know where this is going. He told everyone there is no Queen of England. Yeah, that was the worst one. How could I forget that? Yeah, okay. I feel everybody knows. Megamind is definitely the top daddy. He is the daddy of daddies. Metro Man, again, I feel like he's not a terrible parent. Again, I feel like he would actively try to always be there in your life. And he was there for majority of the time. So it's okay. And we all know. We all fucking know. We all know. We all know this. We all know this. Sad and sincere. No cap. He's there. That's true. Never breed. Good Lord, never breed. For the love of God, never. Anyway, we are almost riding up to like, how many visits we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. I do have 4 more villains. There are 20 all in all. There are 20 all in all that we're doing. There's 20 all in all. Madagascar, which is one of my favorite movies, but not totally favorite. It's just kind of mid, but you know it's fine because it's not Kung Fu Panda. Anyway, okay. So I will be very forthright. There is no solid first villain because in you will notice actually in Madagascar, there's not really a solid villain all throughout, except for the third movie and except for the third movie and the Penguins of Madagascar. The first and the second it felt like it was all about really just the adventure of trying to get back home. So for this purpose, I'm not gonna have a Madagascar 1 villain, because the main villains were really like a pack of animals. Which again, wasn't really that much of a villain. Okay. It's, Miles, we ain't judging you if you are. Do not worry, folks. Okay, Nana. Ah, yes! Wait, one of my favorite villains. I love her. I just love. I respect all Russian grandmas who seem like they were a spy back in their day. I just have to say, I really have respect for the Russian grandmas. Like, I just love her so much. Like, she could bench press the entire Madagascar cast and probably have time for tea and crumpets. Like, she hates Alex for no fucking reason. And you know what? I respect you for that. Like, she is the stereotypical, you know, in Soviet Russian, we do not drink vodka, vodka drink you. She's that. She's that. Wait, did Mugen send something again? Hold on, folks. Okay. Yes. Alright. Okay. So, yes. So, for that, she knows Kung Fu for no fucking reason, folks. And she's a fierce leader. Like Miss Ma'am, she really said, fuck them wild animals, I'm out of here. And because she's if you actually look at her Wikia page, she's called Nana. So, I know it's possible to be a Nana even without kids, but I do feel like she's got kids. And I feel like they either love her or they are terrified of her. And because of that, I love her. Folks, we all have to find ourselves a Russian grandma. We need to find ourselves a Russian grandma who's gonna give us vodka, who's gonna give us hot chocolate, tea and crumpets, all that shit. She's gonna teach us kung fu. You know what? No cap, she would beat Ta Lung in a fight. No fucking cap. She would. Straight up. I mean, remember, Ta Lung is like a tiger. Snow leopard? Leopard? No, sorry, no. The coloration in his is not a tiger. That is a leopard. Oh, my mistake. Not a cheetah, though. Not a cheetah. Cheetahs are useless. Leopard. He's a leopard. So anyway, and Alex is a lion. Therefore, he could bench press, and he could defeat Ta Lung. Wow, that's a lot of fallacies going there, but nobody gives a shit. Nobody's keeping track of my fallacies. Nobody cares. It's okay. Everyone needs a babushka. You are so right. Okay, now here. Everybody say hello to Discount Scar. Hi, Discount Scar. No, I'm really. You know, when I was making this PowerPoint, I had to rack my brains about the villains of Madagascar. Because again, there wasn't really anyone that was super iconic except for like Chantal Dubois or like Dave. So when I was thinking of the villains, again, even Nana isn't really considered a villain, but she was considered an antagonist. If you go through the Wikia, I had to remember Makunga because he was so unremarkable to me. So like he's essentially Discount Scar. He looks like Discount Scar. He doesn't sound like Discount Scar because he didn't sing Be Prepared. So anyway. So yes. Scab. Oh, that's funny. Okay, but he's not as good. I mean, again, he is okay, I will say, it is terrible because he is the main reason why Alex got poached. But he's not as smart as Scar. He's not as wise. Because, like, I just find it so stupid. Because, like, remember when... So the one of the issues in Madagascar 2 was, like, the water dries up. And then he's like, okay, folks... You know what's gonna save this? Violent actions. And really? Bro, not to find a new source? This is where we're landing at? This is... Is you thinking? I don't understand. Fucking, yeah, okay. So, again, he'd be a terrible parent for the sole purpose that this dude is... He had beef with a cub. It's like your math teacher in 3rd grade having beef with you just because you were shit with times table, like, chill out, Miss Peterson, I'm 7. Can we talk about this? Can we fucking talk about weird teachers? Okay, like really quick. Like, do you remember? Everybody has this. Everybody, I guarantee you, everybody has had this moment. It may not have been you, but it would have been a different person. You ever have that teacher in like when you were younger? Like, obviously when you were younger. When you were like in elementary school, for no fucking reason, always shits on you, and then you're just because you didn't understand a topic, or maybe just because you had like this one flaw, and like, you know, you're fucking 7 years old and you are a goddamn adult. Are you really making me like your big ass problem? Miss ma'am, I am 7. Get a job. Do not. Why are you a teacher if you're gonna shit on kids? What? Do you want to make your life harder? It's just absurd to me. It's just fucking absurd. Right? Why do I hate it when teachers beef with them students? For what? For fucking what? You are a teacher. You are obligated to teach your students. Granted, some students will be assholes. That is true, okay? Not all students are gonna be sweethearts. But here's the thing. It's your job. And I'm not saying that you shall coddle them, but maybe take the proper approach. Like, if a student is actually, you know, a really big douche pickle, then have them sent to the counselor. Don't make it a fucking war. You are the adult. You are the one who's supposed to know. Ugh. Anyway. Ugh. I'm really talking from, like, spirits here. Okay. Now Chantal Dubois. We really, you know, Chantal Dubois is literally a furry's worst nightmare. I mean, like, you know, the furry animals, not a furry person. But I guess a furry person, too. Because, like... Okay, I will say, though, she is incredibly eccentric and she's a weirdo, but I really enjoyed her character. I think her design is actually one of the most funnest designs. I think it's really cute. Like, again, her design and her accent and her motivation, she is the embodiment of gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, and I love that for her. But, okay, I will say, she is incredibly cruel to animals. Like, okay, remember folks, she was working in animal control. So just because you work in animal control doesn't mean you hurt the animals. Your job is animal control. I mean, I will say, obviously, okay, there will be options, there will be times where you do have to kill the animal, unfortunately. But if the animal's literally harmless, your job is to capture them and then send them to a proper place. That's your goddamn fucking job. What the fuck? So, I will say, I feel like if she was a mom, she would be the kind to do to do shit like, oh, you broke your leg, walk it off. You know, remember in Captain America, Captain America says like, and if you die, just walk it off. You know, it's given that energy. But anyway, with her, I'm just saying right now, with how fucking intensely amazing she is, I feel like you're gonna have some serious gifted kid burnout. Cause like, she's gonna expect so much from you. She's gonna expect the goddamn world, and if you can't deliver, you're gone. You're fucking gone. Okay. Oh, folks, we are down to the last villain! Holy shit! Okay. Dr. Octavius Bryan. Yes, exactly. She is so relentless, Miles. Like, she was so determined to find them. I did love her ending, though, was like a very great pièce de résistance. Never make me speak French again. That was awful. I say as I was planning to, like, eventually sing Le Festin. Anyway, first of all, Dr. Octavius Bryan already gets points for me just because he's named Dave. That's very funny to me. I don't know, for some reason, you know how they're like just names that when you find out, like if you find out you're somebody's name Dave, or Harold, or Bob, it's very amusing, you know? In her defense, she's bringing those animals to a better place. It's just coincidence that place is not here on Earth. Okay, anyway, sorry, Dave. He's basically the bowler hat guy from Meet the Robinsons, again, which I will say, it's one of the best movies, it's one of the best Disney movies ever. It's so underrated. I mean, oh, that movie still makes me, if I could still cry, I would cry. I mean, like, the message of keep moving forward, I love it. And again, I feel like to the folks who know what, Meet the Robinsons is, I feel like you would understand why I really identify with it. I mean, the protagonist, his situation, y'all know. Anyway, so the difference between the bowler hat guy and Dr. Octavius is that this guy is actually big brain. Like, he makes sense. Because, I mean, I feel like this isn't a random fact. I feel like this is a pretty universal known fact. Octopi are one of the smartest animals. And yes, bottles of wine, Le Festin is a Ratatouille song, like in na 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 na, you know, that one. Okay, so I will say though, like, I feel bad because here's the thing, his anger is misplaced, but at the same time, dude just wanted to be loved. Okay, I will agree, like, you know, his anger is very misplaced because remember, his goal throughout the entire movie is like to make, you know, them penguins ugly. Exactly. And like, so it's misplaced. So, okay, I will say, I think that there is a chance that he'd be a good parent because I feel like there is something in him that is redeemable. Like, he just needs love because, you know, it's given I can fix him, you know, because remember guys, okay, in the movie, when it ends, you see that there is a little girl that picks him up because he turns very tiny. And he's in a globe. You see that he actually gets so happy, like, oh, somebody loves me. But no, this kid just, you know, done goofed him. You know, they just done goofed him, and I feel really bad. But again, I feel like if he didn't have such misplaced anger, he has the potential to actually be a very, very good father. So, here's the final tier list, folks. Here we are. Here we fucking are. Oh, octopi have 9 brains, central brain and 1 mini brain, and it. Yeah. That's why the tentacles are able to like actually move on their own. Like even if you cut it up, it's still gonna fucking move. So, folks, don't try to cut off your arm just to see that. We only have 1 brain. Yes. Oh. Actually, no. There is the. Did you know that the gut system, that the GIT system actually functions on its own? It has its own system. I mean, like, okay, so the brain is your brain. It's for everything, right? Your GIT actually has its own, like, kind of brain in a way. Anyway, that was random fact. Okay, let's go back. We're gonna put some shit here. Megamind, Metro Man, Titan. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's go rate. So, where are we gonna put Nana? Folks, do not be surprised. Nana's definitely an adopt me. Remember, folks, all of us need a babushka in our lives. Maybe it's not today, but one day we will get a babushka. Okay. Alright. Next is, Makanga. Honestly, I didn't want to rate him. He was so unremarkable. Again, he's such an unremarkable villain, but again, I mean, I feel like he's just okay. You know, he's just fine. He did stuff. That is a thing, you know, his existence is a thing that happened. Then, okay, I feel like y'all might judge me, but I feel like Dubois might be, you know, maybe she could actually come to the PTA meeting, but I'm just saying that she gets big minus points just because she hates animals. And I can't accept that. Okay, I just, you're telling us not to cut, yes, please don't cut us your arm. And obviously Dave is here. And there we go, folks. This is, again, the reason why I put Dave in the PTA meeting is I feel like he's redeemable. Remember, the last scene in the movie, he really thought he done got another kid. But he didn't. And that was sad. So, folks, this is our tier list. Number one dad being Megamind there, Nana, and Death, and the Wu sisters. Those are the top tier. Are you know, the people who are good, who are, you know, these are your cool aunties. These are not the ones who tell you, oh wow, look at you. You're still the same piece of shit that I met you when you were 5 years old. These are not the ones. These are the ones that you're actually very excited to meet. So that's Kai. That's, what's his name again? Metro Man. Barry, even though I shit talk Barry a lot. Rapunzel. Dave. And Shen. Thank you again. You have made me see the error of my ways. Shen does deserve to be in the PTA meeting. Okay, and then we got Tai Lung, Godmother, Ken, the lawyer, I forgot his name, the lawyer, Charmin, and, you know, Discount Scar. They are the, you know, they existed. They are there. They exist. Okay. And then we got Chantal Dubois, and then we got, I was about to say Doki Doki Literature for some fucking reason. I mean Farquaad. There we go. Fair, but methinks Dubois would be better than, you know? Maybe. I could see it. And then finally we have Titan, and then we have, you know, Jack. Never breed. DreamWorks Watch. Oh shit. Okay. Wait, okay. Then the Best Potential Parent Award goes to, okay folks, this is the one that I want to adopt. I mean, I want to be adopted by. Like, hey, let's fucking go, Megamind. That Megaman is completely different. Megamind. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just, and Okay, wait, back. Let me just read the chat first. Part 2 when? When I watch more movies, cause I need to watch more. DreamWorks watch along when? Am I allowed to do that? Cause I'm scared that they might, you know, say copyright or some shit. And can part 2 be Junji? Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not very familiar with I am not the most keen when it comes to horror. That is Rue's thing. Maybe that can be. Maybe she could hold my hand. Maybe that could be a collab stream between me and Rue. And I will also have Geminem there because I refuse to be the only one scared. Okay, so the moral of the story, folks. Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy. Zangief, keeping it real since I don't know the year that he was there. And you can be morally ambiguous and maybe fucked up, but you can still raise a child. Always remember, that is essentially Fairy Godmother. I mean, she's morally ambiguous and fucked up, but she raised a child. Now, was the raising good? As a lot of you did mention, not really, but that is a thing that she did, and she never really, like, did bad things. Okay, and I want everyone to be the best Dr. Hans Doofenshmirtz you can be, which is essentially Megamind. And that, my folks, is the end of this very long PowerPoint. I hope that we have all learned something today. I hope that we all learned, you know what, I hope that we all learned that good things can come from terrible people. Even though it's questionable, you can still do great things. So folks, that is where we will end this PowerPoint. Okay, let me just say, hand holding loot. No! I can hold Rue's hand. She's held my hand. And I just want you to know that I don't sweat. So, like, my hands are never gonna get fucking sweaty. So, good for us. Number 2 moral is most parents. Actually, yes, that is true. That is true. Folks, I am not a furry! I'm not a furry, it's just that I can appreciate that for some fucking reason, some animals, when they're animated, look really good for no fucking reason. Okay? Okay, if y'all be telling me that you never looked at Tony the Tiger and went like, that is a remarkably buff tiger, and I don't know how to feel about that. Y'all be clocking me about being a furry, but I see y'all having your bisexual or your sexual awakening with Lola Bunny, okay? Okay, anyway, thank you folks for coming to my Jacki Talk. We call it Jacki Talk. Is it copyright if I say TED Talk? Thank you folks for coming to my TED, wait, you know what, thank you folks for coming today. I hope that everybody was enlightened. I hope everybody enjoyed the thought process. Thank you for coming to this thesis dissertation for my thesis defense. Why do we call it thesis defense, actually? Like, what are you defending against? Are they dressed up in armor? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, yes, exactly. Anyway, opinion on Beastars. I read the first few chapters, and then I kind of stopped. Because the moment it started getting pretty sexual, I was like, I don't think I am prepared to see a wolf getting nasty. I'm not sure I'm made for this life. Now, in case people think that, I feel like people think here that I'm a pure person. It's just that, you know, there are just some things that I feel like, you know, we don't gotta go there. It's a little... Yes. Anyway, I will make lewd jokes sometimes, but not all the time. This is a Christian sermon. No, it's not. It's just that, you know, there's a time and place for everything. Like, if I was in a funeral, I'm not about to, like, say, 69. Oh, wait, who am I kidding? I would still laugh at 69. You know what I mean, okay? You know what I mean. So anyway, if you press down on your presentation to the next hidden slide, it is my present? What do you mean? Wait, let me, what do you mean? Fuck you, Mugen. I hate this with... Mugen, the only reason that I have not done unspeakable things is because you are my boss. I need you to know that. I need you to know that right now. Okay? I need you. I am not a say-so! Okay? I'm just, you know, they're just some fucking things. They're just some fucking things, okay? I am able to joke about these things. We can do that stuff. It's just that, you know, it's just sometimes really weird. Okay. Hi, C-Beats. Actually, we're about to fucking end. I'm so sorry that the last thing that you're gonna fucking see is this goddamn fucking edit. But you know what? I appreciate this because here's the thing. You still took the time and place. You took your goddamn precious time to make this edit, and I appreciate that. Okay, so, you can rewatch the entire thing, but basically we were just rating some DreamWorks villains. But anyway, folks, it has been a really good night. We did start off rough, but I'm so glad that you guys stayed. You know, I'm so glad that some of you came through, even though I goofed up. So thank you so much. The next time that I'm gonna see you folks is on Friday. We're gonna have a little bit of a guitar session, and you know what? I'm gonna make a Twitter post if there are some songs that you would actually like me to play. I already have a set list, but I'm gonna go choose from the ones to see if I could add anything else. So yeah, I'll see you folks on Friday, but please don't forget to catch Geminim's stream tomorrow. Geminim, are you streaming tomorrow? I know one of you streaming tomorrow. I know Geminim is gonna stream Melatonin. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow, but you know what, folks? You can go check her channel out, or her Twitter page, or yes, exactly. And yeah, so I'm gonna make a Twitter post about what songs you want to see, even though I already have a set list, and I hope you really enjoyed the set list, and I really cater it for some things. And yeah, so I hope that this was a fun session. The next week I do have more content planned for you guys, and yeah, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you folks when I see you. So peace out, hijackers, and Jackie out.